And welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. I had a tiny bit of a brain fart then, and just seconds before I went live, I forgot what I say. But as soon as I said pow, it all came flowing out. It's fine. We're all good. Happy Thursday, everyone. We're here to talk some toys on a Thursday afternoon to keep us distracted from our mundane lives. Well, at least mine anyway. So here we are, talking toys. Lots of Marvel. I say lots. There's some Marvel Legends news, but there's also a bits of news from here, there, and everywhere. So that's what we're doing today. We're talking Marvel Legends. We'll discuss some of those recent pre-orders, and then we can just go here, there, and everywhere, wherever you like to go, all right? We're talking to you guys as always. So if you're in the chat, let us know, because I'm not here on my own, as always. The superest of produceresses is for a charm, displayed once.
Woohoo! You alright?
I'm all good. I like your mug.
I haven't got no central heat in my heating's gone,
Oh,
and
no.
the guy can't come out to fix it till tomorrow. So I've got a heater and lots of coffee. So
Yeah.
woohoo!
Yeah, and that's it. Honestly, I was saying to Amanda earlier, and it sounds pathetic, but my hands were freezing. I was trying to use my keyboard, and I was like, just my hands were like, just constantly like this in my own house. So yeah, freezing here in the UK. You've got snow where you are, right?
Yeah, snow. It's kind of melted because I did go this afternoon to get some a ham roll. Yeah.
Had to leave the house for the essentials. So of course, Rich is here. We're going to talk some toys. I'm going to let him enjoy his bagel or croissant. What's that? What's that you're eating?
A chocolate croissant.
Chocolate croissant.
Ooh la la!
Oh, okay, all right. International here this evening. Anyone French in the house? So let me get through the housekeeping real quick, and then we can
Bonjour.
just dive straight into it. That's about all I know. Bonjour and oui. Okay. Where are my buttons? As always, make sure you go and check out last week's episode of Legends of Liquor. We are back. We are back now every other Sunday. The first show of the year was this last Sunday. Shout out everybody who got involved. As always, all the regulars. We will do another one in 2 weeks' time, all right? So not this Sunday, the Sunday after. This Sunday, I may do a Joe's and Juice. I need to speak to the missus, but I owe you a Joe's and Juice. We need to do our top 10 classified of 2022. So as long as we do it in January, I think it's fair game. So I think in the normal Legends and Liquor spot, we will be doing Joe's and Juice this week with Tom and Mark. And then me and Tanner will be back very soon for Turtles and Tea. But go and check out all the live streams on the channel as always, especially considering there ain't a lot of toys to review at the minute. So the live streams is the way to go. And if you want to contribute to the channel and be a part of the day's show, you can do so by donating via the Super Chat or the Streamlabs donation link, which is in the description below. Either or, over £4 or $4, Friday, our talking robot assistant will literally read it out loud on the show today. So help the channel and also get involved with today's conversation and do both of those things. And if you're extra special, then you can hit that join button, become a channel member, either show some love or join the members club. And if you join the members club, that is your gateway in to Legends and Liquor. It's a brand new year, people. Don't be shy. If you've been watching for a while and you're like, you know what, let's get involved, then hit that join button and come and join us on a Sunday and talk some toys, because that's all we're doing. We're just talking toys, just a nice little bit of escapism for you. So thank you very much to all you guys, and thank you to anyone who's here now. Let me see if I can get the chat up and we'll dive straight into saying hello to some people. Because I always felt I neglect people at the start, and I like to say thank you to the people jumping in from the start, because we're never on time, but you guys are always in the chat ready to go. So let me scroll up. Alright, how far does my chat go up? So I can see Jamie Gitchard, Kurt K, Greg Finstad, Little Leaf Creations, Mark Rose, Home Dude, Jay's Tools Collection UK, Craig's Nostalgia Collection, Deep Late Makes, I'll be talking about him very shortly, Justin Collects, Mikey Moon Boots, something or other, but I see you, Mikey, thank you very much. Christopher Allen, Jason Lopez, the Retweeting King, Caleb, Crescent Blue Zero, the Wolfpack Toy Reviews, how you doing, Miguel? He says, mates, Cheeky Monkey Kiara's in the house as well, Antonio Banks, Arvin, Hobby, Ozzy Brogan, California Red Devil. Is there any football on tonight? Is he going to be teasing me? There might be, actually. I need to check. Is there football here? Tell me if there is. I've got Haaland is still my captain, so if Man City play at some point or other, I think so, anyway. Paul McCarthy, not McCartney, all right? It's not the member of the Beatles. We've worked that out. For a while, I did think it was Paul McCarthy. McCartney, I'm very confused. Now I can't say the actual wrong one right. That's probably a good thing. Bon Williams, Black Panther, 1-6 shooter, Trevor's in the house, Disavowed Action Figures, the co-host of the Infinity Equation podcast. August, Who Collects, Super Turk, 5,000, not 4,999, 5,000. We don't like that other one. Okay, hello everyone, hello everyone, hello everyone. Hope all is well. So Rich is feeling better. I did ask him before we started the show, but he's cold, obviously. The heating's broken his house, but he's got a hot coffee and he's got a chocolate croissant because he's feeling international. So I'll start, Rich, if you don't mind. I've got just one box. I got a box that arrived very quickly from friends in the US. So let me firstly just shout out Prime. Now Prime, to the first on YouTube, you probably know him from his arcade fame, Motivation Mondays with Nate. Go and check out their channel. But he was doing a sale, like an Instagram live sale, and he was selling some legends to make some room in his collection. This is at like 1 o'clock in the morning, by the way. Like I should be asleep in bed. Like Amanda's snoring next to me. But D Blake Makes, Damien, sent the link into one of our Instagram groups. So I thought I'll have a little look. I'll see what's going on. And then I just threw some random figures at Prime just to see if he had them. And he was like, yep. So I was like, fine, sold. I ended up buying some gaps, filling some gaps in the Legends collection. Because over the years, obviously, Hasbro don't send me everything, believe it or not. So I'm joking. They don't send me nothing. For God's sake, if people don't get that sarcasm by now. Over the years, I've obviously not been able to buy everything. I've had to skip a few things here and there. So I had to do some backtracking. So that's exactly what Prime has helped me do. Firstly, from 2015, the Ultron Builder figure wave, I think it goes all the way back then. Grim Reaper. A figure that I just missed. I'd never had it at the time. I built the Ultron Builder figure because I brought it as a full builder figure back then and never bought the separate figures. So I needed Grim Reaper. So here he is. And he's not bad. This is the type of character, right? When I'm backtracking, here's my mindset with backtracking, Rich, right? For me, my collection, I'm world building, okay? I want one of every character available, at least one of every character on the shelf behind me. So I think a character, like some of these obscure characters I'm about to show, they're not ones that are going to get redone anytime soon. So it makes me think they're worthy of going backtracking. They're like one and done type characters. So I don't see Grim Reaper being redone anytime soon, personally. So I've backtracked, and there you go. Grim Reaper's the first one. Another one, Radioactive Man. Now this one just makes me laugh because it reminds me of The Simpsons. My eyes, the goggles do nothing. Up and at them. But there you go, Radioactive Man. Apparently, someone told me on Instagram, shout out whoever you were, I forgot your name, but he said that glows in the dark, so I need to test that theory. But he came in a free pack. Do you remember who he came in a free pack with, Rich?
Ms. Marvel?
He did! Miss Marvel, he did. So I didn't get the other one. The other one was like, is it one of the Hulks? No, it's not Hulk, is it? Who's the third one who came in this free pack? It's Captain America. No, it's Captain America. It's Captain America, yeah, it's Captain America. Vision, Ultron and Hulk are in the different free pack. So I didn't have Miss Marvel. Now, I can use this Miss Marvel in my Dark Avengers pretending it's Carol Danvers, right? When it's really Moonstone, no?
No.
Is this not the outfit she wore in Dark Avengers?
No, she went back to the original red outfit for that. Moonstone wore the red outfit.
Okay, so this is Carol Danvers all day long.
Yeah, or like, but that's like a Warbird era, so like early 2000s as well.
Okay,
that's like the costume she's most recognised for, so that's a good Carol to have.
Now, I said this to Prime when I brought it, so I got it off him, but I did say to him, I do think this one's going to get redone this year. Like, there is a Captain Marvel of some sort on our friend Rectangular's lists, and he's not been wrong so far, so I can see this being done.
It would be good if they did, but Marvel Comics themselves seem to be pushing the Captain Marvel identity for Carol now, and they seem to kind of like ignore this one a bit at the minute. Like, she doesn't wear it in the comics anymore. Like, binaries come back. There's a new binary in comics, but there's not like a new Warbird, and obviously Kamala Khan cannot wear that costume, so it's like there's not much they can do with it. But I like it. It's a good costume. It's the one I most associate with Carol Danvers anyway.
Well, it was one I wanted. I knew it was a gap in the collection, so I picked it up, even though this is one I can see being redone before maybe Radioactive Man and Grim Reaper there. It's on the old Moonstone body as well. But again, maybe 2015, 16 this came out. Again, you'll have to quote me. Another one from back then as well. Again, another character I don't see being redone anytime soon, so it's why I'm backtracking. Tiger Shark. No, he is not part of the Serpent Society, even though it looks like he should be. Very colourful, but no, he is not. So Tiger Shark, don't see him being redone anytime soon. This is the type of character where it's like one and done from Hasbro. Maybe in another 20 years we'll get another go. So I don't mind backtracking here. You know what I mean when I'm saying that, though. Like, there's certain characters you just sort of is inevitable. You're gonna get every so often. Like, but these type of characters, like, there's big gaps in between them. So there you go. So I backtrack on these. So thank you very much to Prime. Make sure you go and follow him on Instagram. I think he is still selling some odds and sods from his collection. So go grab yourself a bargain, all right? So great deal on these. And it's also nice to just help out a fellow collector as well. So there you go, Prime. But these got boxed up and actually sent to D-Blade Makes. And it was D-Blade Makes who sent me this box. Now, of course, he wasn't just going to send me those figs. He sent me some things, Rich, to treat my shelf. Treat your shelf, people. Treat your shelf. So let me show you what we've got in here. So I'll put Damien's links in the chat as well while we're talking. So please go and check out D-Blade Makes on Instagram if you're not. But I'm sure you're aware of his work. He's been going around all the toy shows, selling these. I've seen lots of people showing these off on Instagram. But they are basically 3D printed signs for the collection. And these, like, I seen them online just like everybody else, and I thought, yeah, they look great. They look really nice. Undoubtedly, they would be a nice little addition to the collection. But it doesn't do it justice until you actually get them in hand, see how well made they are, and just, yeah, bravo, Damien. These are really, really good. So obviously, there's Marvel, but of course, it doesn't just end there. Look at that. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Look at that. Tanner's going to have to get one of these. This is really, really nice. So this is now going to go on my Turtles cube. So that's really good. I got one for Gargoyles. Look at that. Really nice. Got some in the box for you, Rich. I got Wonder Woman.
Woohoo.
I got DC.
Nice.
I've also got a Marvel one for you as well. Oh, where is it? There is another one. There it is. So these are to you from Damien.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
He's a good man. Got the Marvel Legends logo, the old school one as well. Really nice. Looking that. X-Men with the red and gold. This one I caught him off guard. He didn't realise I was a fan of this. But AEW, like, I've got a really solid AEW collection upstairs. I don't really talk about wrestling or do any wrestling reviews on the channel, but I literally have a lot of AEW figures. I don't know why at this point, but
you'd have to open them to review them as well, then.
Yeah, true, yeah. But I do plan on displaying them, so there you go. I got a nice 3D printed AEW logo as well, which looks really good, really weighty. So Ted trying to get in? Ted, sorry mate, I'm live on YouTube. So yeah, these are epic, right? But he didn't just go there. I don't know if you noticed on the shelf behind me. Do you see it? Do you see it just lingering? Nice. Ah, there you go. So he sent me some Dan Who Reviews ones as well. So look at that, 3D printed Dan Who Review one. So good. So I need to sort of incorporate these. I did post a picture on my Instagram. I even got a Ghostbusters one to go along with my recently purchased Marshmallow Man. So yeah, so good. So I did want to give a massive shout out. Oh shit, the Marshmallow Man fell over. To Damien. Treat your shelf, people. Treat your shelf. Now, he doesn't do this for clout, obviously, but I definitely think he deserves it 100%. Go and check out his site, YouTube, Instagram, sorry. Again, I will put the links once more into the description and into the chat live right now. So if you're watching live, go and check out D-Blade Makes. He's been on Legends of Liquor. I'm sure he'll join us again very soon. But honestly, just get one. Just get one. Treat your shelf. And you'll go back for more, because I'm definitely going to have to go back and get some more now. I need one for like Power Rangers. I need one for Joe's. I'm going to ask him to do a Simpsons one. I looked on his site and he doesn't have a Simpsons one. But like with my Simpsons stuff, like on the top there, I think a Simpsons logo up there would be really nice. So D-Blade Makes, Damien, if you're watching, the Simpsons logo. Do you know the Simpsons as it comes up on the screen? You know what I'm talking about. Let's see if we can make that happen. There you go. Ted, you in? He wanted to know what was in that box. this is the part where Amanda's meant to distract you, Ted, but she's not doing a great job, is she? There you go. We're 20 minutes in and Ted's here already. All right, Ted? Got anything to say to the people? Have a little sniff? How do they smell? They stink, don't they? You stink, he says. But anyway, that's all I've got this week. No new toys or anything. That was just a package from my friends over across in the US. The Simpsons is on his to-do list, so Damien is in the chat. Yeah, The Simpsons I think would be great, and I have no doubt you'll be able to nail it. But you have something a lot more fun than that, and a lot more relevant and timely, Rich, because someone's been shilling for Hasbro, right? They've clearly sent something to the wrong address.
I don't need to do any shilling, Dan. I just track where everything's arriving and get it before you anyway. So yeah, I
Look at
have
that.
the X-Men 3-pack, Forge
But Rich,
Jubilee.
that's not even out yet. How did you get it?
Well, I got it from Canada, Dan.
Canada?
From eBay.
eBay?
Canada.
That's not true. You were shilling for Hasbro. Stop lying. Can't be true.
I don't think Hasbro would want me shilling for him. I'm not doing reviews to send a toy back anyway. I'll pay my own money and keep it forever.
So Rick is still like, you shill, but Hasbro sent you that.
You shill, Daniel.
Yeah. Look, pathetic. Losers.
I'm
the
going
lot
to
of
type
you.
it down. I'm going to
Please do. Please do. Like, even though clearly Rich has got it from somewhere. Shout out Dante in the chat. He says, wanted to stop by and say hi. Have to get back to work. Have a good one, fellas. Shout out Dark Jokers and a.k.a. Dante, the hostess with the mostess of the Infinity Equation, holding it down as always. He was showing off those 3D printed Kang chairs. Look great, by the way. I did think I wanted one, but I think I might have to hold my horses at this point. I got a little overly excited, but I'm going to have to hold my horses. But they look great, and I think he's still got a few to go for sale. So go and check out Dante and his 3D printing adventures over on his Instagram as well. But anyway, back to that free pack. So that is the free pack with Storm, Jubilee, and Forge. Now, the reason you went searching for that, Rich, is because you need to remind the people. You like Jubilee a little bit, right?
I like Jubilee the best of all. So,
Do you like Jubilee more than Tigra?
Yeah.
There you go. That's all the people needed to hear. Now they understand. Now they understand what their level is. They're like, oh, okay.
Jubilee Monet would be 1, and then Tigra 2.
Okay.
I think we've done this before, but yeah, I think that order.
Just like to remind
but
people every now
all
and then.
like near high type of thing.
Yeah.
And then in the bin, Kitty Pryde. That like everyone else is like a gravy in between.
She's down the well with Timmy O'Toole.
Yeah, she definitely is down the well.
So you've opened them up. What do you think in hand? Are they all good? They nice?
Yeah, they look really good. So that is the Jubilee figure there. So that's a new effect piece. So she's like, and the good thing is that they're all like they're all different sizes. So like I thought, they're just gonna put like the same legs on, but they're not. Like Storm is much taller than Jubilee, and then that's the Forge as well. With his big gun.
I've seen on your Instagram, you posted some pictures. Go and check out Rich's Instagram to see the pictures, by the way, people. But he did a comparison with Thorge. Let me see if I can get that up real quick. It'll be small, but if you go and check out his Instagram, you can see it for yourself. So we did a comparison.
That's like the new Forge head as well. I don't know if I can get it in. There you go. Oh, I'm not the better. There we go. That's the new Forge head, and that's like the old one. So I don't know if you can see that, but the mold is the same on both of them.
Yeah.
It's
the digital face printed tech. He's got
and obviously a different skin color as well.
Like a lighter skin tone. But I do prefer
they look really good.
Digital tech. He's taller as well. When I've seen that image, that side by side there, he looks a bit more imposing, a little bit taller.
Yeah, he's a bit hench, but I think Forge is hench anyway. I don't know. I always thought him as.
Well, if you could upgrade your own limbs with cybernetic parts, I think I'd give myself a little bit of oomph as well.
The leg is the same. Or it is.
Look at that pin!
One pin.
Salin, this is pinless. How dare they, Hasbro? How dare they? We're on to you, Hasbro. He's not completely pinless. We just seen a pin.
And that's like the new head sculpt on Storm is probably the best one. Really
She's got whited out eyes.
Yeah.
So to confirm for the people, she's double jointed elbows. Jubilee is not.
Yeah. Jubilee doesn't. Jubilee has single jointed elbows, but she does have double jointed knees.
And she's got the swivel.
She's pinless knees as well.
Is there a thigh swivel at both of the females' sort of legs?
But whereas with the men, the garter belt
is
like disguises the side swivel.
Yeah.
But with the girls, the side swivel is like much higher.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But this is more comic accurate. Like the garter belt was more at the knee on the thing, so the girls are more comic book accurate type of thing.
And Jubilee's glasses come off, right?
Yeah, Jubilee's glasses come off.
And she's got the bubblegum head too.
She comes with the bubblegum. I've got a bubblegum head
missed.
again. At last. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Like, my dreams come true.
Which you lost, didn't you? Is it you lost it, right? I remember when you
lost
moved.
it when I moved up from Aberystwyth. Yeah, that and Sabretooth's cowl bit. So hopefully Sabretooth will come out this year now, and then I can get that back as well.
I knew Jim Lee Sabretooth is on many people's lists for sure. So is there lots of head swap potential there? Make some X-Men recruits.
Yeah, because the only thing you've got with all of them is, unlike the Wolverine, the neck piece is painted.
Yeah.
So it's got flesh color. So you like obviously
have to match up the flesh.
You might have to paint that a bit, but it's not too bad. And like the collar pieces are separate; they detach, so you can like pull them off if you want. And obviously, and with the Wolverine as well, the belts are different. Like Wolverine's got like a sculpted belt, whereas these ones have all got flat belts.
Okay.
That's it's the same colors and everything, but if you feel the Wolverine one, you can feel the X, like it's raised a bit.
Yeah.
Whereas in these ones, it's like flat. It's not raised.
I couldn't tell that without you telling me, so that's not something that bothers me too much.
You know now when you review it now, you can say
I'll point it out. I'll make sure we know. I told you this year I'm onto Hasbro.
But yeah, look, they look really good, and like just one more set to come now.
California Red Devil says, does Jubilee come with a vampire head? She doesn't, does she? The vampire head has the glasses sculpted on the head, doesn't it, I think?
But that's not even... They've never done like a full-on with a fang. They've just done like heads for Jubilee. They've never done a vampire head as such type of thing. They've got obviously black uniform Jubilee, but it's just got normal heads with it. We
should have just renamed this video the 3-pack review and just did a live review. Like... Technically the first review on YouTube, I think. Manic Muffin says the new Forge is on the Vulcan body, right?
Yeah, I think so. Have I got a Vulcan? I've got a Cyclops body. That's Vulcan enough, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. He's got the butterfly underneath the harness. There.
Yeah, the legs are exactly the same anyway on both of them. And yeah, I think it is. Yeah, looking at the back and looking at the sculpting, yeah, it is on the Vulcan body. Yeah.
Nice. So now we just need the other 3-pack. So the other 3-pack is Gambit, Psylocke, and Banshee, yes. Out of all of those 6, which one were you looking forward to the most?
Jubilee, Dan.
Cool. I knew you were going to say that. I think,
but otherwise, Banshee.
Yeah. I was about to say Banshee's got to be the highlight there because it's the character we haven't got. The rest of them we've had.
If they had swapped Banshee with Forge in this pack, it might have missed the second pack.
Wouldn't have bothered.
Because like Storm, Jubilee, and Banshee were the 3 that I wanted the most. Like I said before, again, I didn't think that Psylocke head looked that great, but then. It's hard to tell because I think in some of the pictures the Forge one doesn't look that good, but I mean it is exactly the same head. It's just painted differently. It is exactly the same sculpt as the old one, and I think in hand this one looks better. But again, depending on what you think Forge looks like, if you think it's like the skinnier version of Forge from like early X-Men comic books rather than the bulky one that he's currently got like in X-Force now, it depends type of thing. And I think this one fits in like anywhere with Forge to me anyway. This one could fit in like anywhere because he's always had this costume, so I think he's like a good one to have. And I'd imagine him and Banshee will be the 2 that most people want as well.
Yeah, like you said, the rest of them you sort of have to put them in the sort of team display so they don't.
Yeah,
they don't stand out. Where, like you said,
Storm doesn't really make sense anywhere else but with this team era. But it's nice to get a new Storm head sculpt as well with a short hair.
And you could do some head swaps on that as well with different Storm heads if you wanted to. Yeah. I'm sure.
I haven't got any Storm heads about, but if I did, I would just.
No, it's all right. You did put a picture up a little comparison. So again, go and check out Rich's Instagram. That is where these pictures came from. Facebook groups stealing photos without credit. I noticed these things.
I'm not on Facebook, so
you're not missing nothing. You're not missing nothing. The Facebook groups are just weird. There's Jubilee. There's the Jubilee comparison. As you can see, stands about the same size of them all. There's Forge, a little bit taller than the previous one, which I'm absolutely fine with. He is on that new Vulcan body, so it sort of boosts his height. And there's Storm compared to all the other Storms. So yeah, lots of head swapping potential there, I'm sure. Pick your favourite Storm head. Yeah, options are never a bad thing. And like Rich said, both of the female bodies are different heights. So Jubilee has the single jointed elbows, Storm has the double jointed elbows. But I like the different heights because obviously Jubilee's younger than Storm. So it makes sense, and those little details I like. So yeah, looking good.
I don't get why they didn't use this like double jointed knee Jubilee for Valeria type of thing, because obviously it's a smaller one.
Well,
be better than the blooming legs that they use.
I like that segue there, Rich. I like that segue. It's like you're the super producer, because we could jump straight into it. So the second Marvel Legend, official Marvel Legend reveal this week was the Valeria from the 2-pack. So let's just dive straight into that. So this is now up for pre-order. So there she is, Valeria, the daughter of Sue and Reed Richards, the sister of Franklin, who we have already seen. And these two will now be part of the 2-pack, which again, if you're playing Rectangular Bingo, then bingo, because he's got another full house. He was spot on. But this is probably, I think, before we start diving into the box price, all of that nonsense, just in regards to where these figures will fit into a collection, these are the sort of more modern takes of Franklin and Valeria. I think Franklin sort of got heavily involved with the X-Men at this point, but they're both sort of pre-teens. They aged up a little bit after Secret Wars, didn't they? And this is like the Dan Slott era costumes and stuff.
So this is not Franklin involved with the X-Men. This is where Franklin discovers he's not a mutant anymore. So this is like full on Franklin FF, and he's dyed his hair. He's like a moody teenager now. He's dyed his hair black.
Yeah.
And I think that's what puts a lot of people off, because obviously Franklin was always that blonde kid, and I think that's what a lot of people remember.
He dyed his hair for Ben Grimm's wedding.
Yeah.
And Sue wasn't happy that he dyed his hair before the wedding. There you go. Now you know. Now you're all wondering why has he got black hair? He just dyed it. From literally, didn't even show you a panel of him dyeing it. It's just the next panel. He's got black hair, and someone makes a comment about it. But yeah, it is Franklin Richards, but not our mind's eye, if we will. But they will fit in nicely with these, though, right?
Yeah, they'll fit in with that set. And obviously, it's like the FF, the Future Foundation version. So you get Tug, the Moloid as well with it.
Yeah, so there's Turg's one of the glorified accessories of the set, and trust me, they are glorifying these accessories, which we'll break down in a minute.
15 accessories!
15!
Oh my God!
Before we start breaking them down, and we're going to count, Rich. We're going to count and make sure they're not duping us, all right? I'm on to you, Hasbro. But in regards, before we break down all that, these figures will fit nicely in with these, I think. So if I was going to get these, I'd pair them up with the Dan Slott Fantastic Four. And at least that gives this team a little bit of difference, because now you've got the two kids with the Fantastic Four, and it's the fuller team. I think, like, for the younger versions of the kids anyway, you'd want the light blues, do you know, like, anyway, because it's that era. So for this costume, it makes sense for them to be the pre-teen versions. So yeah, I reckon they will look good with these. So Franklin's head, could you pop Franklin's head and put it onto one of those X-Men bodies, and would that make sort of a X-Men style Franklin? Sort of. It's not perfect, but close enough.
Wolverine's a bit smaller, so you could chuck it on Wolverine,
he's maybe. Not a hench midget like Wolverine, because he wears that when he goes Krakoa, right? Yeah. So. But there you go.
You could a little bit, I suppose, yeah.
A little bit, yeah. Taking liberties, but there you go. So these two will go with this. So there it is. Finally, we're getting the kids, the Fantastic Four kids, but not how we wish. I think me and Rich are both on the same page here, where we would have preferred the sort of blonde-haired, younger Franklin to replace that glorified accessory that came in the Toy Biz days. We've never got Valeria, so technically, am I right in saying this is the first time we have ever got Valeria in Marvel Legends? Ever.
First time we've got Valeria in Marvel. Yeah. In any figure.
Anything.
Line, I think,
wow, okay. So they are the positives to take from this. And as again, I know I'm clutching at straws, but that's just what I try and do. Now we can get a little bit critical, which I think is very fair. All right? So, the press release actually stated, let me find the picture actually before. Is the press release here? Because you said it yourself, didn't you? The press release...
Down a bit. You've just gone past it.
Is it here
down.
Somewhere?
Keep going down. There you go.
Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah. Comic inspired. Okay, so comic inspired accessories. This collectible Hasbro Marvel Legend action figure set comes with 15 accessories. 15. That sounds good. 15 accessories.
Whoa.
Including Moloid Torg, head and stand. So when you read that, you're like, oh, okay, that's impressive. Are we going to get interchangeable heads, interchangeable hands, display options, posing options? Not really. But they will count. Let's count these. This is stupid that we're doing this, but it's true. Okay, so they are counting each hand as an individual accessory, which is unfair. I think a set of hands a pair should be counted as one, but no, each hand is a separate accessory. The two blast effects that they are justifying to go in the beakers, they're counting them as well. So there's 4 accessories just with those blast effects. The 2 beakers that we have got recently with Beast and also Lizard. So now we have more beakers. It's a science party at this point now with your legends. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Move along to Valeria. She comes with the same thing that I think one of the AIM soldiers had. Yeah, here he is. So we got that in the Bring on the Bad Guys wave. So there you go.
Dan, they've miscounted.
How many we got?
We've got 16.
16 accessories.
Oh my god! Look, they're
Buy
now.
So yeah, we get that, and then Valeria gets a set of trigger finger hands for her weapon. Oh wait, she doesn't have a weapon. Never mind. I guess they needed to poke this thing. Yeah, and then so Moloy's head, the head in the jar is the same as Ant-Man, I suppose. So that head is going to be glued on there. That's not going to be a removable head. That's going to be glued onto the jar because we learnt from Scott Lang. So that's going to have no articulation. And then the stand as well. So yeah, okay, they're taking liberties here with the accessories, and they're not very exciting accessories either. Like hands and head. Like I would have liked an interchangeable heads, like for expressions and stuff, but.
I think at the bare minimum, just a Franklin, a blonde-headed Franklin. That like that's what most people would have wanted.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, to have those options. But there you go. That's everything you get, people. So and the price as well on Hasbro Pulse is £50. £50 on Hasbro Pulse. So I want these figures. I do, because I would like to add these characters to the Dan Slott team. Do I want to pay £50 for these 2 figures? No, I don't, Rich, to be completely honest. If I'm being honest with myself, I don't. So, yeah, we shall see.
This is just a weird set, because it's like, it's probably the least known of all the Fantastic Four characters.
Hang on, we got a super chat from Mikey. Thank you very much. I'll let Friday read
Mikey Moonboots Kingsley donated £8.99.
Now I know.
Hi guys, do you think we will get another X-Men AOA wave? I look forward to getting those fantastic 4 2-pack on sale. Tears of joy.
Thank you very much, Mikey Moonboots Kingsley. Now I know how to say the name. Thank you very much. Thank you, Friday. Thank you for the generous donation as well. He says, hi guys, do you think we will get another X-Men AOA wave? I look forward to getting those fantastic 4 2-pack on sale. Which is sort of what me and Rich are alluding to. Before we go back to Rich, just real quick about the AOA wave. I did speak to Dan Yoon at MCM recently. And at the panel at MCM, someone came up and literally asked that very question to Dan, like, will we get another AOA wave?
Brandon, you can't take him anywhere, can
you?
you?
He just wants more. Brandon just loves the AOA. But Dan Yoon, thank you very much, Mick. We'll come back to that in a sec. I assume that could be Mick or Mike. But he did say unlikely. Dan Yoon says we were very lucky to get 2 full waves, plus the deluxe as well, because we got the deluxe Apocalypse. So yeah, seems unlikely we will get another AOA wave based off the information we know. And it's pretty solid information. So it came from Dan Yoon himself. But he could be lying.
I don't think we'll get a wave, but I think we'll get like the odd figure, maybe like in a normal wave, or maybe it's an exclusive. Like I still think there's people like Nightcrawler, like Gambit, big hitters from the AOA that they could use and people would buy because they're like A-list characters type of thing.
Well, we got Blink in a separate wave. She was never in the AOA wave.
Blink is the best of all the AOA, Dan.
No, but I'm saying she's an AOA character that we never got in those waves, so they can just slot in a character like you said, and like you said, Gambit, and they still haven't gave us another Nightcrawler, and that body's unique. He's got the tail, so you know they're going to reuse that at some point. Nightcrawler's had loads of different color outfits as well. So yeah, I can see more AOA characters. Absolutely, but another whole wave of AOA figures, probably not. And that's our educated guess on that one. But thank you very much for the super chat. Also, Mick or Mike, I'm just M-I-K, Mick or Mike, says, I'm tempted to cancel my PS Spidey pre-order and just set in the in-stock alert for Spidey on EE and use a discount code of... Oh, it's like I paid this guy to say that. I didn't pay him to say that, but if you do go to Entertainment Earth, people, you can use discount code DanWho at checkout to save yourself 10%. All right, go to
you save $5 on that Valeria Franklin 2-pack. Oh,
now
it's a bargain.
You're
Come
welcome.
on.
And there's 16 accessories, not 15. Remember, all right. Think of the positives here. So yeah, use discount code DanWho at Entertainment Earth to save yourself 10%. All right, you're welcome. And thank you very much to Mike, for the super chat. Right, back to this. So you were breaking it down for us, Rich, saying it was a very strange 2-pack, the way it came out, when it came out, with the Moloid, etc.
It's just this pairing. I don't get the pairing of the two of them together, like, type of thing. Like, again, like, so there's like an emergency Fantastic Four thing where they get put in like a temporary Fantastic Four with Wolverine and Spider-Man, who both get these black and blue suits as well. Like, if you put Valeria, like, not like the Power Rangers, like Valeria with Wolverine and Franklin with Spider-Man, they probably would have sold better. I just don't see this selling, which is why I'm not bothering to pre-order it, because I think it'll be on clearance. I can't see this selling out anyway. I don't think there's that much of a demand for the Dan Slott run Fantastic Four figures, and for these two characters as well. And I think to the majority of people who like Franklin Richards, they like him from a specific time, from like the Onslaught Heroes Reborn in the 90s, where he was like this blonde-haired kid with like all the powers in the universe type of thing. I don't think this reads as that Franklin Richards. So it's just an odd set that I don't get. Whoever got this, published out there, get a Generation X set out there for me. Come on, you're obviously working wonders in Hasbro pushing these.
Rich, you've just hit the nail in the head, right? Why are you not in these boardrooms? If they had broke this down and had Wolverine in the blue and black, and also a Spider-Man in the blue, and split those 2-packs, that's exactly how you do it. That'd be great.
And then people would have bought it because people want variant Spider-Mans and Wolverines, and then you get these two like by default then, don't know. So
yeah, absolutely, that's a good idea. We've got to get Wolverine in the blue and black and Spidey in the blue and black as well, like 2 A-list characters, repaint easy. Talking about the book, Omega Weapon in the chat says, why is she on the old book? Well, let me answer that for you, Omega Weapon. I don't know. We're just as confused as you. It doesn't make sense. Single jointed elbows on Valeria. Now, I do like the head sculpt for Valeria. It matches this era for her. But she has got the single jointed elbows. She's got the flat shoes. It's just an old basic. It's just a very basic old female body at this point. It's just a shame that we get these when we know there's better out there. Now
she's lucky she got her good looks from her dad, not from Sue Storm. Oh my god.
Yeah, Sue's not been lucky with face sculpts recently, but no, that's face sculpts all right, to be fair. Not complaining there.
To honestly, my favorite bit from this set though is Turg. I love that they finally got like a Moloid out there. I know it's just the head, but that they can do like the rest now, the rest of the Moloids. So that's good that Turg is out there.
Yeah, very nice. Shout out in the chat. There is a Man City Tottenham game. That's why Tanner's quiet. Tottenham are winning 1-0. Tottenham are winning. What's going on, Tanner? What's going on? They need that. I have Haaland as my captain. I've also got De Bruyne. So if one of them want to do something to make the game interesting for my fantasy football team, I'm not going to complain. Mini Plastic Multiverse jumps in, says, "Hail, how's it going? Late as usual." It's not good enough. It's not good enough, Tom. It's just not good enough. No, it's fine. It's absolutely fine. That book is like terrible.
People are saying about like the Jason Lopez says the budget didn't allow for the new book for Valeria, but it's weird because obviously they've got like Teen Jubilee. There are teen female characters out there, so surely this should be the year. Like they've got the legs. Jubilee's got the legs. They just needed like a new elbow. How much does an elbow cost?
We are What's so frustrating for the community is that we are never going to get the answers to the questions that we have, because they're just not. They're never going to be that transparent. They give us vague, like, these are the type of questions that people want me to ask the Hasbro team. But I just feel like sometimes they're a waste of a question, because we're not going to get an answer. We're just going to get some corporate walk around. Like, we're just never going to know. So why did they choose this book? Is it budgeting reasons? Probably, but to be honest, we're never going to know. But it's not good. Like, no, I don't think anyone out there is happy using the old books at this point. Now, if it sacrificed, like, if we knew that they sacrificed Valeria getting the brand new book because that could only be used on a certain amount, and these are the characters we are, and they were all A-list females, and then I can start to, like, go, okay, I understand the decision making here. But again, this information is never going to be privy to us, so it just makes us scratch our head more. I do think if they shared some of this information, the community may be a little bit more understanding on sets like this, but they don't. So it's just unfortunate. But it is what it is.
It's just as well, like, if you see any, like, teen characters now on any leak list, any teen females anyway, you'll be thinking, oh god, they're going to use jelly leg jeans again. It's like, oh, why?
I hope not. I actually hope they do, just so Mad Hatter Reviews can sing the Jelly Leg Jean song, but just remix it to other characters throughout 2023, and we can just hear Mad Hatter singing about jelly legs with other female legends. But there you go. There's the Fantastic Four 2-pack. It is what it is. If you're a fan of the Dan Slott run, the more modernised version of the kids, there you go. First time ever Valeria in action figure form. First time of this version of Franklin, even though he was an accessory back in the day. But the kids have got to come. The kids have got to come in the future. But Franklin's on a good body, though. He's on the new Spider-Man body, so that's decent. But there you go. There you go. They're the pictures up for pre-order.
But if Franklin, like, is he a character you
needed it for?
No, but is he viewed as, like, muscly and, like, has loads of articulate? Look, I can do my lab experiment.
This is why I'm saying. This is why if we knew we didn't get Valeria on the decent double-jointed female body because it was being used somewhere else and they could only pick certain things, and then I'd start to understand and be more understanding. But it's the not knowing that makes people frustrated, which is fair. Something else that people got frustrated about is the next pre-order that went up this week. It's the Spider-Man, the PS4 or I keep saying PS4 because I haven't upgraded yet to PS5, but it is technically PS5 Spider-Man. But there you go. So Spider-Man, we have got this character design already. They may have been tweaked a little bit, but it is still very similar. Obviously, it's the white Spider logo on the reds and the blues. It is a very nice costume design. I do really like it. I did play the PS4 Spider-Man game. Really liked the game. I do have this figure in the PS4 version. This one, though, is updated as it's on the Renew Your Bowels body. So it's completely pinless and it has the toe articulation. So the figure itself, I have no doubts, will be really nice. The poses here, you can see they've tried to make an effort with the poses. It's a good Marvel Legend base body for a Spider-Man figure, undoubtedly. But let's go back to what we get in the box. Now, what have we been telling the Hasbro team as standard? Now, Ryan Sing's tried to break it down for us and said that we can't, the hands, because of the deco on the hands, Spider-Man hands cost more, or etc. So they seem to have given us a bit of a shortcut on this one, because instead of 2 sets of Swipping hands and wall crawling hands, they've gave us 1 walling crawling hand and 1 Swipping hand. So we don't even get 2 sets. We literally get 1 set of fisted hands and then 2 other hands. And then
it's $10 more than a regular Marvel Legend as well, which is like...
They've packed the box with web effects accessories, all that we have seen before. Now, I do...
No, in the bits to go over him, in that new?
No, we've had that with... we've had that 100% had it before. It came in a Spider-Man wave. Someone in the chat, let me know where's that web piece come before. We've had that web piece before, the one that goes over the bad guy's body. I know we've had it before, but I can't think where. The other 2 we've had, like the web effects we've got in the animated Spider-Man, and also the armored Spider-Man. And there's also that web splat that goes over someone's face. I think that came with a goblin, maybe. I've got my wall here. Let me have a little check on the wall. Oh, I can't see. No, I think it's the boxed figure. Someone will let me know. But anyway.
Jay says it was the other PS4 suit.
Oh, okay, maybe it was. But I know we've seen it before is my point. So we get web effects, 2 hands. Now, like Rich said, the price point on this one, All right, I'm just using Pulse because obviously it has my Pulse. Let's have a look here. Let's go to... It was at the front, but it's disappeared because it's sold out. That's what's crazy. Okay, so we'll go to it. Not in stock, Dan. What are you playing at? Nothing's in stock yet.
Press new, Dan. Press new.
Marvel Legend. There you go. There it is. Okay, so like Rich was saying, $34.99. Now, in the Star Wars world, they like to use the phrase Boba Fett tax, where they re-release Boba Fett's, and for some reason, his always more than other figures. We've never really dealt with that with character-specific things. But yeah, this PS4 Spider-Man is basically a sort of deluxe price point, but it's not a deluxe figure. It's just a regular single-packed figure. That's everything you get in the box. Where's the packaging? Just single-packed, plastic-free packaging. $34.99. Now, there is a poll going live right now in our live chat, which quite simply says, did you pre-order the PS5 Spider-Man? 3 options: yes, no, and wanted to, but not at that price. 60% of people said no, they didn't pre-order it. 26% of people said wanted to, but not at that price. And 14% of people said yes. Which for a Spider-Man character is quite surprising, because usually these guys sell like hotcakes. And he is sold out on Pulse. So, again, the message is not going to be read loud and clear by the people, like the people that you want it to, because it still sells out at this price point, which is very frustrating. Like, people want to send a message, but it still sells out. Message is not what the message is sent, that we will still pay that price for Spider-Man. That's what message has been sent. Not worth the price though, Rich, at that part. I like the figure. I even like the web accessories. They're fun for just putting around the display, but not at that price point, right?
It's like, I remember buying the game though, and that was, I think I paid $39.99 for that. So this is like only £4 cheaper than like the game that took me like a couple of weeks to like finish or whatever. I don't know. It just seems really expensive, and I just for the deluxe, I understand they've got all these different price points, but what you get with this is not great. It's a bit shit, really, isn't it?
I always like. Someone's making a good point. Bruce in the chat is making a good point. He says the aftermarket price of the original PS4 Spider-Man, he says it is about $60, which is probably about right, to be fair. Like, it's pretty sought after on the aftermarket. Now, this version of Spider-Man is going to be better than that other one because it's on the new body and it's pinless. So straight away, this is the better Spider-Man out of the two PS4, PS5 Spider-Man figures. And this one is now £35. Do you know what I mean? So, like, it's pricey for a single pack legend, but for this particular version of the character, it's cheaper than going on the aftermarket to get the previous one. So, like, I can understand why people who may have missed out on the previous one will look at this and go, ouch, it's pricey, but I like Spider-Man, I want this version, and I'm not willing to pay the aftermarket price of the original one, so I'm in. And that's why it's sold out.
Caleb in the chat says that he's been to the Pulse website. It's not sold out. So I know it's confusing because we've still got our teeth and we've got amazing accents, but we're in the UK, not in the USA.
Hello.
So in
Hello,
Pulse
Governor.
USA and in Pulse Europe, it is probably still in stock, but in Pulse UK is sold out.
I'm guessing Caleb's in the US. So yeah, I'm talking.
Yeah.
When I'm on Pulse, I'm on Hasbro Pulse UK. You can tell because everything's in pounds. That's a clue. Just a clue for you eagle-eyed viewers.
Whoa.
We also don't have to add tax. The tax is in at the get-go, which always confuses me.
Unless you buy things from Canada and then you've got to pay money to the tax man.
Look, at least you didn't get hit with a Royal Mail holding charge. That would have been annoying.
I honestly can't believe how quick it came, because I ordered it Friday and it turned up today. And I finally, Beverly Crusher, I bought it on eBay last Friday.
Oh.
That still hasn't turned up. So this came faster from Canada than something from Bolton.
I'm impressed. I am impressed. Laserpan says, I'm calling shenanigans on it being sold out. Pulse is playing games. They're making it seem more desirable so more people will order it at full price when it comes back in stock. Maybe that's all part of their marketing ploy. Again, questions we will unfortunately never know the answers to, but very likely. Quite a few things have sold out on Pulse recently. We'll talk about some of the Power Ranger stuff soon as well. But yeah, I'm not surprised anyway. This version of Spider-Man was the first release was quite sought after. So it doesn't surprise me that it's sold out. But I do think a lot of people that did want it have had to hold their horses because they're not willing to at that price. But I just don't see the price ever getting lower for this version of Spider-Man. Because if we follow the pattern of the previous PS4 Spider-Man, that price never dropped and it just went up on the aftermarket. So it's one of them where people are sort of trapped between a rock and a hard place, where it's like, if you don't get it now and pay this marked up retail price, then you're going to have to pay even more later down the line in the aftermarket. Because out of these two sets on screen, which one do you reckon is more likely to go to sale? It's the 2-pack.
Yeah, the 2-pack. But again, I've got no interest in the game of it. Like, if they put it for £5 on game, I wouldn't buy the game of it, Spider-Man. I just got no interest in this on my shelf. Like, I've played the game, but I don't need the figures.
Yeah, talking of Game UK, by the way, we mentioned it a few times on the channel. And Game, it's just Game, right? Game.co.uk, Game, yeah, Game. So Game in the UK, it's basically like GameStop, but it's Game in the UK. They've got a sale on at the minute, and they've been putting up Legends sporadically, really cheap. And they put up a couple of Marvel Legends sets at a wholesale cost. So the Spider-Man and Ned 2-pack went up for $5.99, which is ridiculous. Ridiculous. It was clearly a mistake, but because Game have a pre-order guarantee, anyone who got the order in, they have to honour it, and people have started to get charged in shipping notices. So shout out all the people that got a little win, because that was the Venom 2-pack. The Venom and Null 2-pack was like £11 or something ridiculous. The Spider-Man and Ned was £6. I think the Mojo single-packed Mojo was like £11. So Game messed up, but that's on them. So that's a little win for the collectors. But they are still doing a sale for Legends at the minute. Have a quick look.
Yeah, the Mojo is like £12 I paid for
exactly.
it, so like mine's on my way.
I was busy that morning, so I missed out. I would have brought one of everything just at that price. Why not? But I was busy that morning and missed out on it all.
They were on it for a good couple of hours before they pulled it.
I'm just not good in the morning, am I, Rich? Let's be honest. If something happens in the morning, I'm not going to know about it. I need a mid-afternoon drop. That's what I need. But yeah, Legends are on sale right now. You can go there. The whole What If Khonshu Build-A-Figure wave is $12.99. So that's pretty good. If you're looking at just building Khonshu, you may as well buy the figure, keep the Build-A-Figure piece, sell the figure on down the line, and you'll make most of your money back.
Red Skull's on there for $12.99. Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, Red Skull, the whole wave's on there for $12.99. Even like Jigsaw's on for $12.99. Shuri's $14.99. War Machine, retro carded War Machine, great figure, $12.99 on the retro card.
That's a good price for a deluxe. If that Spider-Man was that price, people would buy it.
So there you go. So if you are in the UK, $9.99 for Reed Richards there. If you are in the UK, go and check out Game. Just maybe grab a few cheap Marvel Legends if you wanted to. Pretty good going, to be fair. So yeah, and shout out all the people who did get lucky and get those orders in as well. So there you go. But anyway, there you go. So there's your two bits of Marvel Legend news for this week. We had the 2-pack and the Spider-Man pack. Now, I do feel like this year is going to be a bit of a broken record, and I don't mean that in such a horrible way, but I mean, like, no one's going to be happy with anything that comes out this year. People are going to nitpick and moan about everything, which is fair game. We're at that time where messages
I'm
need
happy,
to be sent.
Dan. I'm
glad. But I will be surprised if something comes out this year and everyone is just universally like, do you know what? That's all right. We're okay with that. I doubt that will happen.
Wait till HasLab. That's when it'll happen.
Oh, mate. I may go on holiday with you. Amanda's planning on booking a holiday. I need to know when the HasLab comes out so I can go away on holiday as well and avoid the HasLab this year. You just can't. The HasLab's it's like a minefield, the HasLab. Shout out Jumplo, just subscribed. Welcome to the nonsense. Just from the people in the chat watching live now, 160 people here. Just with a hit or a miss in the chat real quick, what do you think of these reveals this week and the pre-orders? Like the 2-pack with Franklin and Valeria and the PS5 Spider-Man. Just a hit or a miss, just your overall thoughts on this week's reveals for Marvel Legends. A hit or a miss. I do think for me it's going to be a bit of a miss. Again, I do like to always look on the bright side, but I think the 2-pack's a little lackluster, not the versions of the twins I wanted, and the PS5 Spider-Man, like Rich, not something I necessarily need. I would have got it, but in the year where I need to make cuts.
You've got the other one, though, have you?
I do have the other one, yeah. I do have another one. It's just in this year, like, I know that the NECA are coming out with, like, the dios for the turtles and stuff like that. You know, like, so I just need to plan wisely and just not buy Legends unnecessarily. So, yeah, a lot of misses in the chat. I'm just going to, instead of reading names out, I'm just going to read out anyone who says hit, because so far it's not. Okay, Mark Tack is positive as always. He says hit, but every single person, everyone else has said miss. Every single person has said miss.
Amiga Weapon says hit on Spider-Man, miss on the Twins.
Look, and we know the Legends team lurk in these streams, and look, I love Marvel Legends. Look, I do, but yeah, you know who your audience is now, and yeah, hopefully they're saving the good things, saving them. They're like, let's give them these at the start of the year. Let's just whet their appetite, and then they're gonna. The best is yet to come. Let's hope. Anyway, I don't know. I'm not holding my breath on that one, Rich. Jay's Toys Collection, he says power for Biker Miles from Mars. We will come back to Biker Miles from Mars, of course we will. Jason Lopez says Franklin and Val are a hit, wait till the sale, and Spider-Man is a miss until I get him cheap. Yeah, I just don't think that Spider-Man is going to get cheaper, even on the aftermarket. I don't think you're going to get him cheaper. If I'm wrong, fair enough, but I just, from Spider-Man and the game popularity, I just don't see him getting cheaper. So if you do want him, I personally just say get him at retail. Just bite the bullet and get him at retail, because once he is sold out, he will only go up on the aftermarket, just like the other one, and the other one's not as good as this one. It's not on the good body. This is the best Spider-Man body currently available, at least for me anyway. Go and check out my Spider-Man top 10 and you'll see what I think about last year's Spider-Man figures. Richard says this year I'm going to save some money. If Marvel Legends was the only thing I was buying, then you'd probably be true. But there's so many other great things that I dabble in that my money will just go elsewhere. So
yeah, that's it. People will be like, I'm not buying Legends.
Yeah.
Oh, I've just bought Figure Arts. Oh, I've just bought Figma. Oh, I've just bought Valorant. Like, there's other things people will go and buy instead.
Mini Plastic Morphe says Marvel Legends are given a masterclass on how to piss away all the good they once had. Sad times. Yeah, it's as I said, I've been saying for the last couple of years, from about 2018 to 2020.
It's been the golden years, boys and girls. It's been golden.
That's exactly how I said it. Like that. The golden age for Marvel Legends. But I do think now with the price increases and all of this, we are out of the golden age now. The golden age has been and gone. We are now. What comes after the golden age, Rich? What's like a downgrade from the golden age?
The dark age.
The dark age. Oh no, not the dark age as a Hasbro. Yep. Not again. I didn't like the first time, Rich. I was nearly out of the collecting game at that point. Oh, let's say we'll go to £5 at B&M again. I'm in. Or what was it? Home Bargains, wasn't it? That Epic Heroes wave. That's what got me back in. I was like, okay, I'm back in at £5 a pop. That's not happening again. Okay. We know lots of Legends that are coming this year, but there's still lots of Legends we don't know. So we'll see what the future holds. But yeah, a lackluster week for reveals at least. Okay, so let's move away from the world of Marvel Legends, Rich. And let's talk about something else that's a little bit more nostalgic to me. This is why he's a super producer. He's got segues for days. That's exactly what I want to talk about. This week, there was a Power Rangers Fan First on Tuesday. And of course, this year is the 30th anniversary of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So they had lots of reveals. So let's just get into that first and foremost. So first, I want to talk about what's near and dear to me, because this is I've had quite a lot of people message me this week, ask me this question and say, Dan, are you buying these? All right. And people are asking the question because we already have the full Power Rangers team now. The whole team's been released now. Mighty Morphin, you can have them all on your shelf. You can even have glittery, shiny versions on your shelf. Like they've all been released now multiple times.
And you can get the second versions with Rocky, Aisha.
Yes.
The other one.
Adam. Poor Adam.
That's it.
Poor Adam. He was a frog. I'm
a frog.
But yeah. So the parent. So are these worth buying again? Now the price point for these is about $35. So about the same price as that PS5 Spider-Man. Comes with more accessories, I think, in regards to that. Both Hasbro brand as well. So maybe there is a Spider-Man tax, who knows. But am I buying these again? My answer to you, even though I already have the other team already, this team already complete on the shelf, yes, I am buying these again. Is it
You
because
love
I'm
a drop down hip board, I know.
Is it because I'm an idiot? Yes, it is. Like, that can be reason one. Dan's an idiot. Okay, fair enough. Not taking that away from you. But the second reason is, I always say to people, for the things I love the most and the things I'm super nostalgic about, like, I want the best representation on my shelf. Okay, and I've decided the Lightning Collection is my representation of Power Rangers. I got rid of some of my Bandai figures. I did have the whole Mighty Morphin team as Bandai Legacy Collection, but I sold them. And I'm all in now on a Lightning Collection. And these are the better versions of Mighty Morphin. They've updated the deco. You get all the blasters, those drop-down hips, pinless. They are just the better version of Mighty Morphin. So the way for me that I'm justifying buying these, my other ones ain't a waste. What I'm going to do with my other ones is use the other ones to display the civilian heads and display them on a shelf like holding the helmets. And then these better, more accurate Power Rangers can be the main Power Rangers on the display. So I've still got use of my other set, if that makes sense, right? So like, I'm not panicking going, oh, I need to sell my other set and buy this set again. I'm like, no, okay, let's be fair. This is a better set. I'm going to buy this set, and then my other set can be the civilians on display. So because they're not, I doubt they're going to give us civilians. I do like how they tried to like pack in the morpher, do you know, like, so they can pose. Poor Loretta, is it Loretta, the one for the Loretta,
the product manager.
Yeah, she tried to pose up Billy holding the thing. Now the pose is like that, right, in front of you. Yeah, he's like this. It's morphing time. Like, what's wrong with him? Like, he's like, so you can't pose them exactly how they are in the show. They like, even with the double jointed elbows and butterfly joints, I'm sure people on the internet are going to get on better pose than poor Loretta did, but she was like, it's morphin' time. She did. Go back and watch it. But you do get.
I didn't watch any of the stream, but it was just like I just read up on this.
I only skipped to this bit because I wanted to know like how the rest come in sooner rather than later. And she did confirm that obviously the rest of the team are coming. I do think they're going for Green Ranger rather than white based off the promo art. They have all got new likenesses as well. Billy has removable glasses this time as well, because Billy, through the eras of Power Rangers, he does take off his glasses from occasion. Trini also gets a new head sculpt as well with the pigtails. I actually really like this head sculpt for Trini. I think she looks good.
I like this. My only thing with this one is like, so these are like the ultimate, like, original Power Rangers Mighty Morphin Rangers, is that they could have put an Aisha head in there. That is the only thing missing. Is like, obviously that we're not going to get the second Ranger heads. I think if they had just done that, it would have been like, I mean, because someone put a breakdown with these next to the Super 7 figures.
It was Dan on Toy Galaxy.
Dan Larson.
Let's have a look.
Yeah.
Shout out Dan Larson, one of the many Dans of the toy community. Let's have a look. Dan. There he is. I don't know if
all the Dans you look at before Dan Larson. No, he's not going to be happy with that, is he?
I don't know if he posted it separately or he posted it. Oh, there it is. So he says, choose your fighter. So shout out Dan Larson, Toy Galaxy fame. So they're Super 7, £55, and Hasbro 34. Now, you do get more accessories with Super 7, and Super 7 is at the 7-inch scale. Now, we have started to get reviews this week for Wave 1 of Super 7 on MCU Collector's got some reviews up, and Toying Around's got some reviews up. Let me just take this opportunity.
Toy Bros just started as well.
Yeah, let me just take this opportunity to say, hello, Super 7. Hello, how you doing? My name's Dan. I'm in the UK. I love toys. Hello. I can shill for you as well. I'm joking. Unless you want to send me some free toys. Sarcasm, people. I need a sarcasm alarm. Anyway, back to these. Which one do you like the look of?
I just think that's not $21 worth of accessories, and seeing the heads of the Super 7 ones, they look like shit. So
Super 7, I do not condone the words of Rich, for the record. Is a contract
Super 7,
on the channel.
I don't need your freebies. I can get them for the factories myself if I want them right now. I'm getting waved to tomorrow.
I apologise, Super 7, about that. I apologise about that. Sorry. Rich is a contractor on the channel.
Rich Ember plays next
He's an independent contractor. I can get him gone if need be. All right, just send me those waves.
But yeah, I think that the Ultimate ones look good. Again, I was on a bit like, oh, do I need to get these? And then again, these started selling out, and I was like, messaging darling, should I buy these? What should I do? So I have bought a yellow Ranger. I just decided I'm gonna get yellow and pink because that's all I need really for my fruit salad shelf of Power Rangers.
Fruit salad shelf. Please let me know in the chat. To all, okay, I need to look at this football. Let me know in the chat. Just write the word Hasbro or Super 7 in regards to what you think is the best version of the Power Rangers. Okay, so I know not everyone cares, but let's just say if you had to buy a Mighty Morphin team, right, in figure form, and these were your two options, which one would you go for in regards to like aesthetic, accessories, price point? Which do you genuinely think is the better option out of these two? Super 7 or Hasbro? Just write Super 7 or Hasbro in the chat for me and let's sort of gauge what people are saying. I personally, I'm going to say Hasbro. I do think, like Rich said, the likenesses are better. They actually use the digital face printing tech. Now, I know that's not the style that Super 7 choose, but that's what I prefer. I do think that once you've seen digital face printing tech done well, everything else just looks minor.
I think, like, on that Billy Super 7, those heads don't look awful. They look okay. Like, they're more cartoony than a Hasbro figure, but they look okay. But in hand, they just look like shit. I can't clean it up anymore. I'm so sorry, but they look like shit. They look like absolute dog shit.
Mini Plastic Multiverse is not playing along. He says Mezco. That wasn't one of my options. He clearly misheard me. Okay, we got a lot of Hasbros, obviously. Jay's Toys. I feel sorry for Jay because he says Super 7 because he has sold all his Lightning collection and he's gone all in at Super 7 at this point. If you're keeping the helmets on your Super 7 ones, I do think they look fine on a shelf. They will still represent the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, undoubtedly. But a lot of people are saying Hasbro here. Storms Elite says Super 7. Christopher Allen says Super 7. Your boy's got Toys says Super 7. The Mars Bars says Mattel. Okay. Any Mattel Power Rangers I can have a look at for comparison? Storm says the Super 7 aesthetic looks better to me, and that's fair. By the way, there's no right or wrong answer here. Like, it's just personal preference. It is genuinely like, I'm not telling you which one you should like or shouldn't like. I'm just curious what you think, that's all. So yeah, you're allowed to think what you want. Absolutely fine. Both, there are pros and cons to both. Like, none of these are perfect. There are pros and cons to both. But at this point, I'm all in on the Mighty Morphin. I actually like the remastered line. I think it's a good way to celebrate the 30th. And I always want the best version of figures out there. And if they're going to be the best Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, then I want them. And yeah, blue and yellow are first.
And they're both $1 or £1 cheaper than the Game of Spider-Man, and they seem to come with more.
Yeah, that's another point I made. I think they're both sold out on Pulse again. Now, again, I'm on Pulse UK. Pulse UK, I need to keep Pulse UK. Both sold out on Pulse UK. So, obviously, popular. And I'm sure a lot of the people that have brought these again had the other versions. So I'm sure most people a lot of people may have the same mindset of me, where they're like, look, they're the better versions, let's get them, and I'll figure out a place for my other ones. I still think, use the other ones to display the civilian heads holding the helmets, find a different spot on the display, still got use out of your second team. No problem at all. 16 Shooter says Hasbro Super 7 burned me a couple times now. Yeah, the product, people are definitely comparing the final product to the promo images, and they're getting further and further away, ain't they?
But everyone's getting like that, and Americans want to pay attention to that Beatles film where they sued them for the lady not in the trailer, not being in the film, but they won. They won like millions of dollars, didn't they?
Yeah.
So, you know, if you're a lawyer, or you know a lawyer, or you've got a lot of money, you know, give me a call.
Lace Pants said, everyone who said Super 7, I see you, and I've written your name on the list. Oh, he's got a list. It's like the list of Laser Pants, like the list of Jericho. You're on the list.
Look, I'm cool. I only own two Super 7 figures. That's it. I'm not a Super 7 fan.
Yeah, the articulation's another point. I never really mentioned the articulation, but yeah, that's, if articulation's a big deal for you because you take pictures, you pose, etc., then yeah, Super 7 will be limiting for sure. But if you just want the figure to look like what it represents, I can understand why you go for Super 7. But again, each to your own. Each to your own. No problems. So therefore, but that weren't all for Power Rangers. There was some more stuff. Now, I'm not all in on everything Power Rangers. I try to stay to the Zordon era, but I have, because of my attachment to JDF, I do like Dino Thunder, so I've been buying Dino Thunder, and we have been waiting for the black Dino Thunder Ranger to come out, and now he's here. And here he is. So there he is in the black. I think that's it now for the team, because we've had yellow. We've already got the white as an exclusive. So there you go. Rich is done. There you go. The what? She's not even out in the UK yet. I remembered Rich had her, so I had to ask Rich where he got it from. But
from my secret contacts again. Yeah, oh, I know everyone.
He knows everyone. Am I right in saying the Black Ranger is the last one we need for Dino Thunder now, right?
Yeah, that'll be Dino Thunder. Complete them.
Yeah, because I remember the whole malarkey with getting the White Ranger head. The White Ranger head was like not got the deco on it, and we had to email Hasbro and get a new one. So luckily I did, so I do have the White Ranger head properly. But I am there's no surprise either that what's weird about this way, by the way, just as we flick through. So we got Dino Thunder Black in the plastic-free packaging now as well. We've got Dino Fury, I think this is. I think so. Yeah, Dino Fury. It's it's more of a modern one. I don't really know this one. Don't hate the costume though. To be fair, I quite like the costume design. Because I like toys and I like Power Rangers. Sometimes I'll fall down a team, just because I like the costume. So that's Lost Galaxy, right? Pink Lost Galaxy.
The wrong pink. Kendricks.
Why is it wrong? So what's criticise this one?
So there was two. Lost Galaxy was another one where there was two Pink Rangers. Okay. There was Kendricks, and then there was Caron, who used to be Astronomer. So Kendricks is the only Power Ranger who dies. She's that shit at beating up plastic monsters that they kill her. Wow. So she died.
So it's like the putty beating you and killing you.
Yeah, I think it was Psycho Pink. Psycho Pink killed her. That's why Psycho Pink is the best of all the Pink Rangers, because she finally killed a Ranger. But yeah, so Kendricks dies, but it was quite sad, because in real life the actress who played her found out, I think she had leukemia, so she had to obviously go and get treated for that. But she's fine now, and she does like all the Power Ranger conventions and stuff like that. But yeah, so Caron, who was Astronomer, took over, because originally Cassie, God, this is like geeking out. Originally Cassie from the In Space Pink Ranger, she was supposed to take over because she was in the two-parter, but she wanted too much money, and Caron would do it for less, so they got Caron to be the new Pink Ranger. So they should have done Caron first, because Caron is the better of the Lost Galaxy Pink Rangers. So Caron will be coming soon.
So this likeness here is Astronomer when she's not bad. Not evil.
No, this is Kendricks. Okay. This is the one who died.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Never trust a woman with glasses, Dan.
Okay. So, yeah, okay, I'm with you now. So Astronomer takes over the Pink Ranger role when she dies.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm with you. Okay. Yeah, I didn't watch Lost Galaxy. As I said, I dabbled in space, but then I phased away. I was getting too old for it then. But there you go, Lost Galaxy. And is that the four? The last one's the bad guy, right? The Dino Thunder bad guy. There he is, crab face guy. What's his name?
Mesagog. Is it Mesagog?
I don't know. There you go. He looks good. The way Brandon explained it to me, because again, I wasn't familiar with this guy, but Brandon explained it to me. It's like the Lord Zed of Dino Thunder. So it's like the main big bad of Dino Thunder. So I've went all in on Dino Thunder at this point, so I think I'll probably get him, just so there's an extra bad guy, and he's just a monster. I can just put on a villain shelf anyway. So yeah, he doesn't look bad. I do like it when they do the more obscure monsters. Like I want loads more monsters, but we don't get many in the main line. So there you go. He's got his hat's on fire, his head's on fire. Don't know what happened there. There you go. Looks good. So that whole wave, these are fucking terrible, by the way. Fucking terrible. What the hell are these? I didn't watch the thing, but I'm assuming these are like Boom Comics, or I don't know what these are. These are horrible. These are, yeah, I don't. By the way, the figures, the Tango Warrior figures are really good, like really, really good figures. But not this deco. This deco's horrible. Don't like this deco. Yeah, don't know what's going on there. Are they Boom comments? Mighty Morphin. I didn't watch the Power Ranger panel, right? Someone explained to me in a quick sentence why they're decoed like this. Are they like Boom comics, or is there some sort of gimmick? Because I don't look at these and think, oh, they're the Tengu Warriors from the TV show. They look like they fell over in some paint or something. Were they fighting near some decorators and just the paint cans fucking went all over them or something? Someone decorating their living room and some Tengu Warriors burst in and fucking it's a mess. What the hell's going on? Do you not know either, Rich?
I got no idea because the Tenga Warriors to me look like the ones that were already released with like the purple armor.
And they're great. Yeah, they're great figures. They remind me of the
So-
movie. That's why I like them, but not these. Not these. Don't like these.
I don't remember if it was like because like the patties had like an upgrade. Are these like move? Was the movie different with Ivan Ooze? Did they have
No,
a different
the movie
colour?
and the show for the Tenga Warriors looked purple. They were the same costumes they used. They used the same costumes from the movie in the show. They're the same bloody on. I don't remember them being like this.
No, not me.
Your boy's got toy says because money. Good reason. These are the carbonized Tenga Warriors. Ah, that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. Just to have different colours about figs. Justin Collect said they said it was just for variety. Look, fair enough. Absolutely whatever. But I won't be. Seeing this 2-pack, if anything, made me want to go and buy more of the regular Tenga Warriors because these look so bad. So I won't be getting any of them. But I do like the Tenga Warrior figures. But I think the purple ones are like £8.50 to £10 now in the UK. Like Star Action figures still have them for like £10 a pop. So don't worry about this 2-pack. Go and army build the purple ones. Absolutely fine.
Smith's had them for like most of the year as well, and they were like £10, I think.
Yeah. So not for me. I only freak out because I really like the Tenga Warriors, and I just I really want Ivan Ooze people, right? I just want the Tenga Warriors remind me of Ivan Ooze. They give me that attachment to that movie. One of the first films I remember going to the cinema to see. But Ivan Ooze isn't owned by Saban and Hasbro. It's a whole separate thing. So we're not going to get an Ivan Ooze. So that's why I get frustrated, because I want an Ivan Ooze. Anyone else want an Ivan Ooze? I'm sure you do. But the point I was going to make is that this wave was only available on Hasbro Pulse, not on any of the retailers. So obviously, Tommy sold out, as you would expect. To be fair, he's a popular character anyway. Even without his passing recently, I do think this would have still been a high flyer. And to be fair, it was on Hasbro's books as well. So it's not like this was planned because he passed away. I think this has been planned to come out this way for a long time. But that sold out on Pulse. And all the independents, the Kapals, the In-Demands, the Star Action figures, none of them have this wave up for pre-order. And they said, just straight up said, they're not being offered them. So like,
well, Jay's Toy Collection says my Smiths has never started any Lightning Collection. I think over the last year there was definitely less Lightning Collection in the UK. They were everywhere at one point. Like B&M had them. It was in the Entertainer. Smiths had them, but and HMV as well. But they've just become less and less as the year goes on. And now next year, the only ones they seem to be offering to everyone are those Mighty Morphin remastered figures. Like they seem to be everywhere for pre-order, and the Tengas as well. But they're not pushing the main Lightning Collection in the UK. It looks like it's going to go to a Pulse exclusive.
The same way G.I. Joe. So the way that Pulse are sort of controlling G.I. Joes, they're sort of maybe taking Power Rangers. I don't think they will, because Power Rangers is a bigger brand.
I don't think they'll take Mighty Morphin, because I think Mighty Morphin still sells.
Yeah.
But I think they'll like the main Lightning Collection line. They'll take them, and like maybe you'll see like when Smiths used to like only pick certain figures from waves, like they left Spider-Gwen out of the Venom pool. Maybe they'll just if a Mighty Morphin figure appears, you'll see that there, but you won't see any of the other ones.
So in the UK, in the chat, Jamie said they are on Comic and Cocktails, so they are imported stock in Comic and Cocktails. So they're not from Hasbro. They're not imported from Hasbro. They're imported overseas. So you do pay a higher price point, which turns all these figures to £30 a pop, which is quite pricey for the single pack. But you are paying for that import charge, which it does hurt. But just think to yourself, it's cheaper than you importing it yourself. Do you know what I mean? Like international shipping at the minute is like £30-40, and there's delays all over the place.
And you'd probably get them a lot quicker than
Hasbro.
Hasbro UK are not prioritized. Like this wave is not even out yet.
Yeah.
And it's been out in America since November, I think, the end of November. So we are like way behind.
If
with
you're
Power
still
Rangers.
after Tommy, he's sold out on Pulse. Just like the two other Power Rangers, just like loads of things have sold out on Pulse this week. So I do think they're playing around with the actual quantities. But if you do want Tommy, he is still on Comic and Cocktails, but you will have to pay the extra couple of quid import charges, which, again, think to yourself, yes, it hurts, but it's cheaper than you importing it yourself. That's how I always think of it. Try and buy something off eBay and then add import charges and shipping on shop. Like, pay the extra £4 for the import, just get it done, add it to the collection, happy days. But there you go. Interesting. 3-2 City now. Spurs are choking. Thanks for nothing. Interesting. I need to check that real quick. I need to just check for my own fantasy football sake because I don't know who scored these goals, Rich. Right, I'm looking. Oh, Haaland did get a goal. No one told me Haaland scored. Emerson got a goal and Kane got an assist. Okay. There's still time. There's more goals in that game, surely. 5-2. There's more goals in that game. California Red Devil. Okay, let me close some tabs, Rich, because my theme won't crash on us. Who's crash? Okay, Jay wants us to talk about this, so I'm going to talk about this real quick. So earlier today on comicbook.com, it was revealed that Biker Mice from Mars are returning with new toys and animated series from, how do you say that company's name? Because I pronounce it wrong.
The Nacelle company.
The Nacelle company. So these are the company that have recently done the Robot Force figures. They did the toys that made us, the movies that made us. I've just watched Icons, by the way, on Prime for The Simpsons. Really, really good. There's 2 seasons, one for Star Wars, one for The Simpsons. I skipped the Star Wars one, but season 2 is all The Simpsons. Really, really interesting if you're a Simpsons fan. Takes you back to like how Fox brought Simpsons, all the ins and outs of contracts. It was an interesting perspective of The Simpsons that I'd never seen before. So anyway, really like this company. They know what they're doing. They're a big toy fan, obviously. And now they're doing Biker Mice from Mars. Let's just remind ourselves who the Biker Mice from Mars are. Do you remember these, Rich?
You know what? I don't, because in Wales, we didn't used to get, this was on Channel 4, wasn't it, in Wales? So we used to get S for C. So we used to get Sally Malley and Starbeck. The only time I ever saw this was, the Big Breakfast when it went bigger for the summer. I'd see like bits in that, but I never really got into it. It was one of the ones that missed me.
Yeah, Biker Mice from Mars. I remember my brother on a birthday. The packaging was orange. I can't remember who made them, but the packaging was bright orange. And my brother got all of them, like all the mice, all the bikes, everything for his birthday. And I was so fucking jealous. Like, he had everything. So like when he wasn't around, I'd like try and steal them. But yeah, Biker Mice from Mars are one of those nostalgic properties that I genuinely thought somewhere like Super 7 would get. Do you know, because Super 7 keeps picking up all these very nostalgic properties, the Thundercats, the Silverhawks, etc. Then I thought, surely Biker Mice from Mars has got to be on the radar for somebody, and Nacelle seemed to have picked it up. So it does seem like we're going to be getting Biker Mice from Mars toys soon. Now, of course, these are the 3 main mice. They all have bikes. So it'll be interesting to see where how these end up. Are they going to be 6-inch scale, 7-inch scale, 3 3/4-inch scale? Are they going to be retro style, just like the old figures? I don't know. I have no idea. But it is interesting to see how this develops going forward. Let me end the poll that's in the chat right now. And again, the poll's ended now with 220 votes. Did you pre-order the PS Spider-Man? 16% said yes, 59% said no, and 25% says wanted to, but not at that price. So I'm ending that poll. Instead, I'm going to replace it with Biker Mice from Mars. Would you buy, or are you interested in the new Biker Mice from Mars toys? That's what
Mini Plastic Multiverse said he'd never even heard of Biker Mice from Mars until last year or so. Tom has never heard of any animated TV show that we mentioned. He was too busy with his canoes.
He was in his canoe, going, I don't need to watch TV. I'm out here. Look, it's like I'm in a canoe now. Look at this. I feel like Austin Powers. Go down these stairs. Only joking. Are you interested? Would you buy? Well, how should I word this question? Phrase this question. Would you buy new Biker Mice from Mars toys? All right. Would you buy new Biker Mice from Mars toys? There you go. Simple as that. Done. Beetleborgs. Oh, don't get me started. I would love Beetleborgs. Beetleborgs metallic. Someone leaked on near a toy show that there was going to be a Scarab collection, which is basically like the Lightning collection equivalent of Beetleborgs, and there was like mock art and everything, and it was fake. I was gutted. It was like, that's why I hate like April Fool's Day, like when all this fake toy news comes out, but it's actually toy news you want, and you're like, I know it's fake, but damn you.
Have Hasbro got Beetleborgs and VR Troopers then?
I don't know, because they brought Power Rangers license, but Saban is Beetleborgs and VR Troopers, so Saban must still own them, because...
And they're all based off the Sentai series as well, aren't they? So...
Yeah, just different versions of it, so... Interesting. Okay, so far, 35 votes in the poll so far, and it's 54% say yes. Okay, interesting. I'm a man of nostalgia. I love nostalgia. It drives my collecting habit. So I'd obviously be curious, but it does depend on what version of how we get them. Like 6-inch scale sort of vibe. Yes, please. Are they on a card back? Like maybe I'd be tempted for nostalgic sake. I don't know. I need to know more, Rich, before I go all in here. But I'm very curious how this goes moving forward. I didn't want to play the video too long just in case I get a copyright strike, because
this would be a good line though, because surely they'll do the bikes as well. The
villains are pretty good. Yeah, the villain's like a big fish face guy. But yeah, the bikes, the helmets were always removable as well. Most kids lost their helmets. Like my mice lost that. Well, my brother's mice lost his helmets. I didn't lose them. Or did I? I can't remember.
What about the years? What the helmets go with the years?
They were just big, wide helmets. They're just massive helmets.
Okay.
Yeah. They were just big, thick helmets that went over their heads, but definitely had helmets. I just remember the orange packaging. Big, bright orange packaging. Rob Pollock goes, hold on, what? The Bike and Mice from Mars are coming back? What did I just walk into? Fox Kids lives forever, though the show was probably syndicated and aired all over the place. So the Nassau company, Rob, the same people that did the toys that made us, etc., getting into the toy business. They have already done RoboForce. I think it's RoboForce. I could be wrong, but there is because they had the back and forth with Mattel, and Mattel challenged them and tried to sue them, and they had to change one of the robots' names. But they have made toys so far, and there are a few reviews up so far. So, and I think David Varner as well, who used to work for Hasbro and Marvel Legends, used to work for Toy Biz on the Marvel Legends line back in the day. He works for these, so this means that going to happen. This ain't like some weird toy news and it's never going to happen. I do think that this is going to happen. And we should see something by the end of the year. Greg Finster says, Pirates of Dark Water was autonomously of depth for that age. They were great. I just remember that weird parrot, that weird red parrot with the rainbow wings.
Niddler.
Yeah, I just remember that. I had that.
Red, we're going to the back.
I remember having that toy, and I had no idea what it was from. I'd never seen the cartoon, but I had that toy. I had no idea who he was.
I don't think they ever. It was like they had him. It was only like one series, was it? They definitely didn't get all the treasures they needed to get.
I never seen it. Someone reminded me of a cartoon I forgot existed the other day. Actually, this is not. It's not even super nostalgic. Right? I guess I was young, but not as young as that. Remember Jackie Chan's like adventures where they were going around collecting all those coins and shit?
Yeah, the dragons.
I forgot that existed, and I'm thinking, shit, yeah, I used to love that. Where all the coins would give him a different power and shit. What was that called? I can't remember.
Jackie Chan Adventures.
Was it that? Was it that simple?
Yeah.
Wow. They wanted an early dinner at that meeting, didn't they? So what should we call the show? Jackie Chan's Adventures. Right, should we go out for lunch? Are we done? That's how that boardroom went. That was funny. I remember these. Okay, I'll allow these in the house for sure. Okay, these have got the Cheeky Monkey Kiara seal of approval. He is allowed Bike and Mice from Mars. Now Jay has the dilemma of deciding what gets the cut. Jay's literally all Jay's toys now are sweating because he's going to walk in that room and just walk around, marching around. Right, going, someone's getting cut. And all these figures on the shelf are like, shit, we're about to be cut. I'm curious. Eddie says SWAT Cats. Don't remember SWAT Cats. I know the name, but I don't remember it.
Do you remember Samurai Pizza Cats? I remember that. Samurai Pizza Cats.
I remember like Killer Tomatoes or something like that. Like
Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
Yeah, there's a cartoon about that.
Prince Valiant, I used to like.
Valiant.
Do you remember Prince Valiant? I like the song at the end. It was like this big rock ballad.
I don't remember.
And then they'd always talk over it and be like, "Shut up! I want to hear the song."
No, not by name. Out of all the nostalgic cartoons from like my childhood, Bike and Mice from Mars and like Street Sharks are definitely like up there in regards to. I had an attachment because of the cartoon and the toys that I would like to see out again. I'd like to see Vin Diesel do a brand new adverts for the new Street Sharks when that happens, just so we go full circle in life. But no, I am happy about Pokemon from Mars. I'm curious where they go. I will be keeping my eye on it for sure. But I know Jay in the chat was literally, this is his dream come true. This is the one toy line he's been waiting to be remade. Darren says, were rumours of Mummy's Alive true? I have no idea, but I remember that.
Nerfatina, the female from Mummy's Alive, is like my ultimate figure that I've been trying to get for years and years and years. And I nearly had it a couple of years ago. And I think I was bidding on eBay against Garrett Sandler, like the creator of Monster High. So obviously he won it because he got much more money than me.
Fucking hell. Yeah, when people with money are collectors, it's dangerous. I seen a clip of someone in it was like who was it? It was like Nicolas Cage in an auction, like just buying comics or something like that. Like, and you must, if you're sitting in that auction and you've got fucking Nicolas Cage sitting there, you think I'm fucking just gonna leave. Like, what's the fucking point? You can't outbid this. The Tick was the big blue guy. There's a live action show of that. I swear there was. Spoon, California Red Devil. Spoon? Who's Spoon? Can't remember Spoon. I still have my motto, says Home Dude. Motto? What's that from? Ben 10? Oh, Ben 10.
Is he not one of the biker mice?
Oh, yeah. I think so. Yeah. No, it is. I don't know their names.
I haven't even seen it. Come on, I know that.
I don't know their names. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know their names. I just know they're biker mice from Mars. But I will relearn them. It's been a while. Come on, people. It's been a while. I can be forgiven. Yeah, but like that's the fun of collecting, that sort of nostalgia aspect, and we are spoiled. There's so much now. Dewey says, I just want the 6-inch Ben 10 line based on the 2007 series. Yeah, that.
I know what Ben 10 is because my nephew was really into it, but I got no attachment to that.
Yeah, we're too old for Ben 10, but like I was speaking to a friend who like buys and sells toys like as a living, like, and I said to him, I said, what do you think the next big sort of collectible is, so like we can get ahead of it type thing? And he said that next generation coming in, like that are still going to have that attachment to cartoons and toys the same way we did. Ben 10 is one of the big ones, like where they've got really rare figures, loads of different characters, and like when these kids get older and they're nostalgic, they're going to try and track down these Ben 10 figures that they couldn't get. So like, yeah, Ben 10's one to look at. Like when it hits that, I think 25 to 30 years is that, when it hits that age, it's nostalgia, like prime nostalgia. The same way as Mighty Morphin is hitting 30 years now, and like it's super nostalgic, but people have felt that way for a while. So I do think like 25 to 30 year period is like prime nostalgia, and then anyone who grew up with that property 25 or 30 years later is going to have some more expendable income. They ain't going to have parents to buy them shit. They can buy what the fuck they want. So yeah, Ben 10's a good one for that next generation coming through, but we're too old for that. Miss me completely. Also, like we're in that generation where we weren't embedded in computer games as much as this new generation coming in. Do you know, like, so we still actually played with toys, still went out and left the house, where kids now are on computers and all of that. There may not be so much nostalgia for toys and stuff because there's not many toy lines to go along with games. Just think of the Overwatch recently came and went. Fortnite at the minute's doing okay, but there's not many big big game franchises that have a toy line. So like that people getting nostalgia. Like my brother's 10 years younger than me, and he's nostalgic for games. Like he wants to buy old games. He doesn't give a shit about toys, but he wants old games. So yeah, we're a dying breed for sure. But yeah, some people in the chat like Ben 10. Bernard's watch. I used to always want Bernard's watch, by the way. Do you remember Bernard's watch, Rich?
I don't remember.
Oh, okay. So Bernard's watch. Let me give you the concept, okay? So Bernard. One second. Northern Nomad with a super chat. Thank you very much, Northern Nomad. Let Friday read that. Okay. He says, "Hey suckers, I've watched Ben 10 and I'm older than you all."
Nomad
Oh, there you go.
donated
Friday's talking now.
Hey SUCKAS hand waving. I've watched Ben 10 and I'm older than all you. Lol. Open mouth smile, tears of
Friday
joy,
was a
tongue
little
out,
slow.
rolling on the floor laughing.
Thank you, Northern Nomad. He says that he's watched Ben 10. Did you like Ben 10? Would you be interested in Ben 10 figures from Super 7? I'm joking.
I have seen episodes. I know it's Ben 10 and there's Gwen and then
He has
there's
a
his
watch, doesn't he?
granddad.
And he can change into an alien or something.
Like Bernard. Is that like Bernard's watch?
No.
Ben 10
Let me break down. So there's no way the Americans will know what Bernard's watch is, right? So Bernard's watch. So Bernard was this guy. He found an old watch, like an old-timey watch, right? And when he clicked it, time stood still.
Whoa.
Right, so this kid's about 10 years old, right? And he can stop time. So instead of being a dirty pervert, which would be the first thing I would have done, he goes into a shop. Joking. Maybe. So he goes into a shop, right? Because he goes to, let me give you an episode. So he goes to a birthday party. And Rich, he forgot to buy a present for his mate. Oh no. So to stop
him out.
To stop him from the embarrassment, gets his watch out, pauses time, goes off to the shop while everyone else is frozen time. He takes the toy from the shop, leaves the cash on the counter. What a fucking idiot. Fucking idiot. Bernard is. No one would have knew, but whatever. I guess it's a kid's show. So he takes the toy from the shop, goes back to his mate's party, starts time again and goes, no, I did have you a present, and no one knew. That was an episode. There's another episode, right, where he's about to go on holiday, but he broke his leg.
Oh.
So he couldn't go on a skiing trip when he broke his leg. Ruined the family holiday. So what he does is he stops time for fucking 8 weeks. Like, what the fuck? Just sits in his bed for 8 weeks. I'm like, how does he not go insane or something?
Is it? By the end of the series, Bernard is like a 32-year-old man, and his parents are like, why is he still in school? What?
Why has he got a mustache? Anyway, I remember Ben 10. It was like the Queen's head. Remember the Queen's head? The girl who
I remember
had the Queen's head.
she used to rub the 50p coin.
Yeah.
And they all had posh accents, didn't they?
Yeah. These
are like really, melody and harmony and stuff.
These are really obscure British TV shows, by the way. But I always remember Bernard's watch because I wanted that fucking watch. I was like, give me that fucking watch, Bernard, and I'll show you how to fucking use it. Fucking shot would be clear. No one would know. Leaving the cash on the counter. Fucking hell. Yeah, Cheeky Monkey Eye literally just said the Queen's nose. Yeah, those two sort of roll together for me.
Remember Pugwall Summer? I used to like Pugwall Summer.
I don't know. Pugwall
Summer. Australian, and he was in a band.
No, the only Australian show is Around the Twist. That was Australian, right?
That was Australian, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
The girl from Tomorrow. That was Australian.
Girl from Tomorrow. No, I don't.
It was like she was in the future and water had all run out. She was a girl called Alana, and she travels back in time. And a guy called Silverman chases her, and there's a girl called Jenny who dyes her hair. Oh, that's a good show.
Ooh.
That is a good show.
People are going to be Googling like crazy after this stream today. They're going to go, right, we need Bernard's watch, Queen's head. The UK ever get the terrible Thunder Lizards or Sea Bear and Jamal?
Don't remember those.
No, I did not get them. I'm guessing the Americans never got Bernard's watch either. You're missing out. Missing out. The Simpsons did an episode of Bernard's watch, did they? They didn't call it Bernard's watch though, did they? That's too obscure. The Mighty Boosh. That's not a kid's show, but I know what you're on about. Definitely not a kid's show. I wish more video games got action figures. Yeah, back to our point. Like, nostalgia moving forward is going to be games, and not many games have toys attached. Like, do you think The Last of Us, right? Last of Us is a new... the game's really popular. Just got a new HBO series. Do you reckon that will get toys? I think there is already some, right? From NECA or something like that.
Yeah, there's game toys. I think they might do TV shows. Did you watch? So yeah, it's quite good, the first episode.
I haven't seen it yet. I do plan on watching it. It's one of those shows that Amanda's willing to watch for me because it's all over TV.
Have you played the game?
I haven't, no. I haven't.
Oh, you'll enjoy it more then because it's like it's quite faithful. So it's kind of like I knew everything that was like you knew like what was going to happen.
Yeah, that's a good thing. I'd like to experience that, but I ain't got the time to play the game. But is it like Resident Evil meets Walking Dead type thing where it's just zombies and shit? They call them... It's
zombies, but like I mean, it focuses more on the people type of thing. It's not so much about the zombies at the start.
Okay.
It's more like society's breaking down. There's all these like things. There's like a resistance. There's like the government in charge. There's all like soldiers, and there's all like these little communities. And then you've got Joel, and then there's this girl that gets introduced to it without spoiling the first episode. Who's important to things.
Yeah, I assume that she was important. No, I will watch it. Do you know what? When I first seen that she got cast, I didn't like it because I didn't like her in Game of Thrones. She really annoyed me.
Oh, you didn't like...
No, she annoyed me.
I thought she was really good in Game of Thrones.
No, she annoyed me. I was like, I don't like this. She was trying to be... She was a queen, weren't she? Or she was lady or whatever. She was
She was like the young
She had
kid who got
authority.
made.
Yeah.
She got made the queen because like all the parents got killed. I thought she was really good.
She annoyed me
Such
in
a
Game of
young
Thrones.
actress in Game of Thrones. She was good.
Nah, she's too forceful. She forced it. I didn't like it. I was like, no, I didn't like it.
Rather trade Dan for there. I thought she was good, and she's good in this as well.
So yeah, when I seen her, I was like, oh, she reminds me of the girl I don't like in Game of Thrones. So, but I'll give her a chance. Yeah, The Last of Us story is epic, says California Red Devil. They're not zombies, says Mike Hex. Okay, fair enough. To be fair, they never call them zombies in Walking Dead either, so for some reason they avoid the word zombies.
Don't eat mushrooms, kids. Check away all your fungus.
Oh really? My girlfriend's mum has been trying to get me to watch a documentary on Netflix called like The Life of Fungi or some. She keeps going on about fungi. So do I need to tell her now to stay away?
It looks like they're gonna take over the world.
I'm gonna get her to watch The Last of Us with us. I'm gonna ask Amanda to invite her mum to watch The Last of Us with her and just watch her face go, oh my god.
Fungi not so fun.
Ah, okay. Okay. I liked her in Game of Thrones too. She held her own with the adults as Wolfpack. All right, fair enough. I retract my statement.
Shame, Dan.
I fucking hated that as well. Shame. I used to do that when that episode happened. I used to just say that to Amanda walking around the house all the time. I used to go shame for no reason. Just get annoyed me. Fun fact of the day: Jay's Toys Collection's granddad was a mushroom farmer. Now you know. You can sleep now, Rich. You can rest easy.
I might not be able to now. Like the mushrooms are coming. He's farming now. Jay.
Oh shit!
Is that why Jay collects all his toys? Is it like handed down from generation to generation? He's got his secret fungi out the back.
How long is the first episode, by the way? Is it like a double episode?
I don't think it's a double episode, but it's HBO, so there's no advert, so it's like an hour, I think.
Okay.
It might be 90 minutes. It might be 90 minutes.
Yeah, like a longer first episode, like a longer premiere. Yeah, curious. California Red Devil says, am I the only one who'd be all over a Bionic 6 line?
Supersonic Family, Bionic 6.
Oh, I was about to ask what's Bionic 6. Do I need to Google it? I don't know what it is.
There's Helen and their husband, and they've got all these kids and adopted kids, and they're a supersonic family.
Ah,
and the figures were like die cast. I think I've said this story before.
Yeah, no.
But the big bad guy is Dr. X, and he's this big fat guy, and he was really heavy. And I chucked him at my brother and gave my brother a black eye. Like
Dr. X. They stole that from Action Man. I don't remember it, and it is.
Oh, that's not the classic. That's like an updated look. That is.
Is it? Okay, I just googled it. There's the figures.
Yeah, they're the figures.
Let me go to images. Okay, I don't remember the figures. No, don't remember. Is this it?
That's Bionic 6, yeah.
No, don't remember it. Sorry, California Red Devil. Don't remember it. People are confirming.
I think it's Meg on the motorbike. I had Meg on the motorbike.
Okay.
And there was like a monkey robot thing as well.
Jamie says, do you remember My Parents' Aliens? I do. Randomly, it wasn't a cartoon. It was like one of those crappy ITV shows, but I do remember it. Rich knows my childhood. Amanda says she liked that show. Amanda's listening. She must have heard me speak about her mum, so she's curious what we're talking about. Because Amanda hears me talk. Amanda hears me talk, but she has no idea what we're talking about. So like, she probably heard me mention her mum, and she's like, "Shit, what the fuck's Dan saying?" Who said Captain Planet? Yes, Captain Planet. Who said that?
Jay wanted me to sing Captain Planet or
Captain Planet. I wanted to plug, by the way, I am staying up late tonight. Amanda's not happy about it, but it's one of them. So after tonight's stream, I am going to go live with Shartimus Prime at 12 o'clock. So 12 o'clock UK time, but it is 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. So Shart's the host. We're going to be talking about Marvel Legends, but come and join the conversation over on Shartimus's channel at 12 o'clock midnight. Okay, I won't be drinking Koppelberg that late. I will probably have a cup of tea, and my eyes will be a little bit darker. But I will be there at 12 o'clock talking some Marvel Legends with Shartimus Prime. So just putting that out there now. Let me get the. Let me share the link. Where's the link? Share. Copy. Right, everyone in the chat, there you go. Save this to your watch later list. I'll be on with Shartimus Prime a little bit later on. See you at 12 o'clock, all right? Come and say hello. Come show some love. 4 p.m. on the West Coast. Yes, 4 p.m. on the West Coast. Okay, there we go. Back to them. And full circle back to today's toys. There we go. Is that the only thing you got this week, Rich?
Yeah, I've got more stuff coming in, but that was my first Legends of the year. Woo.
I've technically, apart from the stuff I got from Prime, do not have my first Legends of the year yet, like new Legends. So we shall see what that ends up being. So let me check these on Pulse real quick.
These are the first ones, I think, are they? I think March the 1st. They do. No, they've moved them back, haven't they?
Yeah, I'm checking now. Because that's what the people in the Facebook group were saying. They're like, I thought they weren't out yet. That's how I imagine they sound on the Facebook groups.
It's not. It's like I literally put in the thing. I got them from Canada. I put like where I got them from.
You're a shill. People don't want to read. They just like to make assumptions.
Here to Serve You on eBay. If anyone's looking, they are from Here to Serve You. I paid £78.11, but he's now put the price up to £95.
Oh, nice. Oh, you got in there then. He might not have knew what he had. If you're just a regular shop seller, I'm sure you're aware of what's popular or not. But
yeah, it seems to be it's the smaller retailers in Canada, so like the comic shops, that kind of thing. But I think it's like Hasbro said before, is like sometimes they'll just put a couple of boxes like to fill out like cargo holders or whatever. So obviously they would just fulfill the smaller orders rather than like the places that have ordered like 40 boxes or whatever. If there's somewhere they've just got one box and they've got like 6 boxes, they'll send the one box out or whatever.
So according to Hasbro Pulse, this set will be available on the 1st of March, and Rich has got it in his hand. So there you go. It's
available in Wales right this minute. Croeso.
So again, I do think late Feb they'll start hitting the UK. We usually do get them like a week before Pulse says. So the Pulse have been moving their dates around a little bit. So they have moved they were later at some point. So maybe they do know something we don't. But they and Blob, I think Blob's the same time as them. Or I hope
he's
Blob.
late. I think he's the end of March.
Blob is. You are correct. Oh, fucking ass. 1st of May.
Oh,
May.
He's gone back even more.
I don't have Blob, so I'm actually more excited about Blob than the free packs. I do like the free packs, but I am much more. If I had to pick between the two, Blob's the one I want on the shelf.
I think of the 60th anniversary X-Men stuff they've revealed. I think that would be I think that'll be the most popular one.
Yeah, for sure. Lots of people have been re-wanting that Blob figure. Amanda and Mike in the chat are talking about cookies. Mike's got to send me a package soon. He's got me some turtles, and Amanda's asked for some cookies. What were they called? I can't remember what she called them. Mahoy something or other. Hang on, Mike will remind me. Basically, I should say that Damien, when he sent me the package, he sent me some snacks. He sent me Oreos, but the white bits like really thick. They're like really fat Oreos.
Double stuffed.
Yeah, just really thick white Oreos. We don't get them in the UK, do we? I'd never seen them. And also white cookie Oreos as well, which just remind me of bourbons, to be honest. It just remind me of bourbons. But Amanda wanted mini Chips Ahoy, which are like mini cookie things, them. So I've asked Mike to pick me up some of them for Amanda. There you go. And Rob Pollock in the chat says, look at those blob hands. Do you know what, Rob? He comes with 2 sets of hands. So you could get this and end up with 2 complete
Maybe
blobs.
They'll fit, yeah. Fingers crossed, Rob.
Maybe they will fit, and then you can have 2 complete blobs. And finally, your blob will be complete. You could just stand Blob with his hands behind his back on the display for now. And just make a really posh pose. Yeah, double stuff. Yeah, they were nice. So shout out Damien for the little treat. Amanda stole them straight away. I was like, look, Amanda, new toys and cookies. Cookies were gone. She didn't care about the toys. But anyway, once again, shout out Damien. As always, D Blake makes. Go and treat your shelf, people. Treat your shelf. Where's his sticker? Let me show him off again as we wrap up here. Just to show my appreciation. So there's one behind me on the shelf. right there, just dangling. Dan Who Reviews. Go and treat your shelf. Let me put his Instagram into the chat again. So again, go to D-Blake Mates. Go and check out his website. The link is in his Instagram bio, and you can go and see what he's doing. But as I said, he hooked me up with some Dan Who ones, 3D printed logos. X-Men, so good. That will go great with the team we're about to build. Obviously Marvel, looking good. This one looks great as well. Look how good that is. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Look at the light glimmer off that. So nice. Love the Gargoyles one as well. So simple, but looks great. Now we just need the rest of the Gargoyles this year. And I need to hurry up with that. Old school. There we go. And then the last one. There we go. Look at that. So good. So shout out D-Blake Makes. Go and treat your shelf, people. You will not regret it. I'm definitely going to be putting these. I still plan on doing a separate collection video for upstairs at the end of January. Hopefully, fingers crossed. If I can get that done in time. Because as you can tell, there's still gaps on these shelves. Like I've got ducks on there invading at the minute. I've got a duck on Galactus's head, for God's sake. It's a mess in here at the minute. Absolute mess.
Are you ever doing your top 10 MCU? You've been hyping that for about 3 weeks.
I've filmed half of it. I've filmed half of it, and I've just never... Basically, the annoying thing in this house, right, is that I record in the attic, and Amanda, when she's finished a long day at work, she likes to read. That's what Amanda likes to do. She likes to read. She reads like loads. She reads like 20 books a bloody month. She just reads all the time. But she obviously, when she's reading, the house is silent, like deadly silent, right? And she sits in bed, right? So the bed. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, right? So she's sat in bed trying to read a book, and then I'm literally the floor above her, like direct. Like if you'd literally stabbed the ceiling, she'd stab me because I'm sat above her. Just annoyingly, that's where my review table is, above our bed. So like when I'm I feel like an idiot when I'm sat in front of the camera because I'm talking to myself. Let's be honest, going, "Pow, welcome back to the channel." Da, da, da. And Amanda sat downstairs trying to read a book. Going, "For fuck's sake, Dan!" So it makes me feel really awkward and insecure. So I hardly record. So like when Amanda's in, I don't really record much. So I've got all my MCU top 10 laid out on the floor. I'm just like waiting. I'm like, fucking leave the house, Amanda, so I can record it. She is out tomorrow night though, so I will get it done tomorrow night. 100% it's getting done tomorrow night. Because
I think like once January the 31st comes, you can't.
I know, no. Same.
That's it.
It's
game
why.
Over.
Yeah, it's why. Again, why on Sunday, people? On Sunday, let me get my. Where's my other shows? Let me plug Joe's and Juice. So, again, I need to confirm this with Mark and Tom, but I'm pretty confident that this Sunday, instead of Legends and Liquor, I will do a Joe's and Juice. So on the 22nd, me, Tom and Mark will do our top 10 G.I. Joe classified. And every time I look at my list, I'm rearranging it because we've had a great year of G.I. Joe figures. So there has been a few leaks today as well that we may address on Joe's and Juice. So this Sunday, me, Tom and Mark, Joe's and Juice instead of Legends and Liquor, just as a one-off because like Rich quite rightly said, we can't be doing top 10 lists out of January. Top 10 lists in January are fair game. But if you're doing top 10 lists and it's like Valentine's Day, what are you playing at? Too late. So
unless you're doing the top 10 lists.
I might do it. Top 10. I'm just going to top 10's everything. Yeah, it's fun. Don't tempt me. Some channels build a channel. Channels out there that had a lot more subscribers than me just do lists. Lists are very popular on YouTube. The algorithm likes them.
Who doesn't love a list? Everyone loves a list.
Mini Plastic Movers. Tom confirmed. Mark and I have both confirmed we are good. So think we are on. Cool. So Sunday. I have to ask Amanda nicely, but it should be fine. 6 o'clock. Yeah, that's fine. I imagine all Brits shall oi prick when shouting upstairs. No, everyone has a favourite swear word. Like, okay, me and Amanda do very much have our own sort of language. Like, me and Amanda, right, we've been together 18 years this year. 18 years in May. We celebrate our 18th anniversary, which is a long fucking time.
The golden years now, Dad.
Literally. Me and Amanda have been together longer than we haven't been together on this planet. Do you know what I mean? Crazy. But we're not the type of couple that like call each other babe and like little weird names. Like she gets full named. She gets Miss Doyle. I call her Amanda and Miss Doyle. Like they're her names. I don't call her like babe and darling and all of that.
Honey.
Honey,
Oh, honey.
nah. It makes me cringe. I can't call someone babe. I can't call someone babe. It's like it just reminds me of a pig. Babe, pig in the city. Like I can't call people babe. So like,
Far am you, your name, your flock, your name be true.
I've not seen the film, but I know of it. So
You've not seen Babe? Oh my god.
what would I have watched Babe?
Because he's good. It's got James Cromwell in it.
When I'm a kid
He's
growing up, I'm not thinking, do you know what I want to watch? Talking Pig. Talking Pig, I'm in.
I like Babe. Babe's a good film.
It probably is. I've just never seen it at all. But yeah, we don't have names. So I just call her Miss Doyle. So if I want her attention, I'll say, "Oh, Miss Doyle." That's what I shout. So I won't shout "Oi prick," but we have other names. No pet names. No, pet names are weird. For me, I know every other couple on the planet uses pet names and they call each other babe. Some couples think it's weird when you call them by their first name, like because they use babe so much. Like some people think it's weird. Like, what? I'm babe. Like, oh, you're fucking not.
It's like if someone like shouted at me Richard, I'd be like, "Oh shit, what have I done?"
Yeah,
it's like I'm in trouble.
I get Daniel when I'm in trouble. I get full names if it's serious. If it's serious stuff, Daniel.
It's usually only a family member or a loved one who will call me that.
Yeah. If someone calls me Danny, I just plainly ignore them and just carry on living my life. I will not respond to the word.
Danny boy, the pipes are calling.
I will not respond to Danny boy. And the reason I don't like Karate Kid and Cobra Kai is because I grew up and people thought it was funny to call me Daniel's son.
Daniel's son. Oh.
Hilarious. I've never heard that before. So I just hated. Now I just don't like Karate Kid or Cobra Kai because of that. So yeah. My wife calls me all kinds of random names just to do. So I just do some back. Yeah, maybe I'll try some and then report back next week. Come and give me a funny name to call Amanda this week, and I'll drop it in there and let you know how it goes. Not a horrible name, like a nice name, but pet names. Give me some pet names that you call your other halves. Let me see if you got any weird ones out there. No, definitely not Danny Who. My wife calls me cute butt, says Caleb. My wife refuses to call me Rush, even though everyone else I know does. Says Rush. He's changed his name now to Collecting Rush, just in case you didn't know what Rush did. But what's ironic is that he's not in a rush to collect. He's more than happy and willing to wait for the newest Marvel Legends. It's a very confusing name, but we love him anyway. Jeffrey. I call the missus. What? Call the missus Jeffrey? Is that what are you on about, Jay?
Oh, Kiara.
Darling, stay cool, honey bunny. My go-to is Dave. Can't call Amanda Dave. David's in the chat, so this will be funny. David, right? We're about to get out of here, but before we get out of here, I was asking people what pet names they call their other half. What would you call your other half? A pet name. What pet name would you call? You must have a funny one. I call my bish ass X. Oh, bitch ass X. Babbins. Is that an Irish thing? Pooh Bear. Testicle tits. Treacle tits. What am I on about? Testicle tits. That'd be weird. Sugar tits. That's a classic, isn't it? He always responds. Oh, what did Cheeky Monkey Kiara say?
Oh, she's been held for review. She's been so bad.
I didn't see it. What did she say? Oh, he always responds. What did he say? What did she call him?
I called Jay dickhead.
Your boys got toys with a super chat. Thank you very much.
Boys got toys donated $4.99. Babe, Beeb, BB. This guy probably didn't even nickname his Pokemon.
Babe, BB. This guy probably didn't even nickname his Pokemon. You know what? He's right. He's bang on the money. I didn't nickname a Pokemon. I never nicknamed a Pokemon ever. I found that weird. But yeah, bang on the money. Sugar tits. A lot of sugar tits in the chat. I think Amanda would be offended if I called her sugar tits. Like, she wouldn't like that. Sugar tits? No response. Didn't work. No response on that one. That's a fail. I'm going to get punched in the face after this stream, by the way. Just letting you know.
Yeah, you won't be able to shout at myself.
I need to be nice.
Sorry, Dan, who was cancelled.
Yeah, I need to be nice because I'm streaming at midnight and I'm fucking calling the sugar tits. What the fuck am I playing at? Right, I'm going to get out of here now before I get myself in more trouble. Rich, where can the people find you online?
You can find me at Displayed Once on Instagram or at your local shipping, port, stealing Marvel Legends before everyone else. Yeah, I got them all.
He's got them all. Told you. There you go. Go and check out his Instagram for some comparison shots of that new free pack. And if you see these pictures going around on any of the Facebook groups, please call these idiots out and go, come on now. At least credit where they're from, all right? Stealing photos without credit. Etiquette. Internet etiquette, people. It's not hard. But anyway, whatever. The Facebook groups annoy me.
Was someone like posting as if they had them? Was that what they were doing?
No, I don't think. No. What was annoying is that they were clearly off your Instagram because like you could see it was like, you know, it had the dots and the
dots,
the numbers.
but they cut the name.
Yeah,
out.
they just chopped your name out. And it's like they purposely cropped those photos to cut your name out. So they could have just posted them and go, oh, I've seen these on Displayed Once's Instagram. They're in hand. But no, they cut you out. I didn't like it, Rich. I didn't like it.
Absolute cheek.
But go and follow, as you know, Displayed Once. As I said, I am streaming with Shartimus Prime at 12 o'clock. Okay? 12 o'clock. There it is. Me and Shartimus going to be talking Marvel Legends and whatever else. Probably not about pet names. Conversation probably won't go there, but we can definitely talk about some Marvel Legends, that's for sure. So I'll be there at midnight tonight. That's 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. And of course, if you are on the replay crew, I'm sure Shartimus keeps his up for the replay anyway. So go and watch it after the fact. But before we get out of here today, Rich, they need a word of the day. The replay crew need a word of the day. So if you have watched this stream from the beginning into the end on the replay, you get bonus points in the chat. What is the word of the day?
The word of the day is jubilation. Come on.
Jubilation. There you go. Right, if you are in the chat live right now, please go and write in the comments as well, jubilation, because it helps the algorithm, all right? Hit that like button. Go and write in the comments. Let's get the comments flowing. I appreciate that. So if you're in the chat right now, before you close the internet tab for today, just go and write a comment and just say jubilation, all right? That's all we ask. Just one word. One word, then you can go to bed, I promise. But we appreciate you. Thank you so much. We'll be back next Thursday, maybe with a theme, or maybe we're still too lazy to think of a theme. Who knows shit? We can't be asked. It's January. It's a lazy month. Lazy month. We'll figure it out. But we will be back next week. But yes, go and write jubilation in the comments. Not the chat, in the comments, all right? And if you're on the replay crew, you know what to do already, all right? We'll see you on the next one. In a bit. Bye-bye. Woo! That was great, babe. Well done. Sugar tits.
Cheers, hand.
Oh. Feels weird. Can't do it. Hans Booby.
Brandon.
But I reckon Brandon calls his Mrs. Babe. Absolutely.
I reckon she calls him like Han or something as well.
Yeah.
Or darling.
Yeah,
or...
they're pet names. They've got pet
Hi,
names.
gorgeous.
Yeah,
Hi, gorgeous.
100% he calls her Mrs. Babe. And she responds. Yeah, I can't do it. If I called Amanda Babe, she'd be confused. She'd be like, what the fuck? Who's that?
And if I called Amanda Babe, I think she'd punch me in the face.
Maybe she doesn't mind it from other people, but from me, it's weird. Bye-bye, everyone.